What's up, everybody? How you guys doing out there? Hope all is well. Hope everybody's staying safe and all that shit. You know, I don't think this COVID thing ever going to go away, but show must go on. Same thing as boxing. So let me get that off the screen because that is not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Um, well, shoot, I already kind of started this off wrong, but got a correction. I corrected it, so it's all good. Look, I'm gonna play this. Well, once I get to it, I'm gonna play some of the audio from Twitter from those guys. It's Sirius XM, the Ak and Barack thing, real quick. Because if you're gonna take what's up, Watcher? This is how I put it. You know, I don't think we should take a lot of things that these boxers say literal, uh, in a sense. So if you're going to take stuff literal, now I didn't watch the whole interview, so maybe I'm a little bit off. But just from this right here that they pointed out on the Sirius XM boxing, the Ak and Barack joint, right? And let's as soon as I find it, let's take it into context and what he said and how he said it, because that's where I'm gonna keep it at. So let's roll the tape.
Obviously, you'll still fight, correct?
I don't know, to be honest.
What?
Why
I
is
don't know.
that, bud?
Because
Wow.
I'm past that. It's
Let
like
me replay it
If
so you
Spence
guys
and
can
them
hear
came
it.
to
Let
you
me replay
with
it.
a 50-50 and said, come on, let's just make that fight. Obviously, you'll still fight, correct?
I don't know, to be honest.
What?
Why
I don't
is
know.
that, bud?
Because I'm past that. It's like I've been calling for them fights since I was at 140. If you go all the way back, before I even became undisputed, before I even had a welterweight fight, I was calling out Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, and all those guys. You know what I mean? And once I'm moved up, everybody was saying, get a belt. Get a belt. I get a belt my first fight. Not no tune-up, no nothing. My first fight at welterweight. Now it's you on the wrong side of the street. I'm not about to be playing these games where they say, oh, well, we fight you when we want to fight you. It's on our terms and this and that and that and this. It don't work like that with me. Either we're going to fight, and that's that. If we're not, that's that. It's cool. You know what I mean? I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm cool.
Now, I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and watch the whole interview, but I ain't got time for all that shit. But just from that, I didn't hear him say no Spence. I didn't hear him say no to no fights. I heard him say basically he's not going back and forth with these dudes on social media and all this stuff. If people was really adamant and stuff like that about making the fight, they'd make certain moves. Earl Spence playing around with the I think it was a joke. I think Earl Spence was just playing around with the whole, well, you keep talking, I mean 70-30. I think he was just playing with that. I don't think he was being real. But at the end of the day, I didn't hear him say no to a fight. If anybody else in that thing heard him say no to a fight, well, that's your business. From way I see it and how you said it and stuff like that, it just seems like he didn't want to give an answer to it. Of course, if Earl was real about it and gave it 50-50, I think he would take the fight. That sounds, way reasonable. Like, why wouldn't he? Obviously, it sounds like they've been going back and forth for a very long fucking time. And after a certain time, people get exhausted with just a whole bunch of jaw jabbing. Me personally, when I watch what's happening, MJ's total health and wellness enrichment. What's going on, bro? From what I got out of this was, well, I'm just gonna put it like this because I already said that. But what I would say is, I I wish that these boxers would just do better and make these fights. Now, I don't know what they got going on really behind the scenes with Earl Spence and Crawford. It really got going on in this behind the scenes and stuff like that. They ain't none of my business. But as a boxing fan, I want to see the fights that I want to see. And I'm not going to be up over here, getting on Crawford's side, getting on Earl's side and blah, blah, would because of the fight. If them two really wanted to fight, they'll be doing certain things to make the fight happen. Obviously, it sounds like, maybe Terrance should have took or should have at least said he'd take the offer that Earl gave him first off. Maybe Earl should never came out on social media and never said that. Maybe Earl, if he really wanted to fight, maybe he knew what kind of man Crawford is. He could have did it. I don't care. I fucking don't care. These guys either make these fights or they don't, and that's it. Now we can sit up over here and analyze what's happening. We can sit up over here and analyze these guys all day and pick these sides, but guess what? Fight ain't gonna happen. You're giving somebody an out to keep doing what they doing. I know there's COVID and everything, but COVID ain't got nothing to do with my entertainment. COVID ain't got nothing to do with me sitting on my motherfucking couch and buying these whack ass pay-per-views or tuning in to these fights to give you viewerships, to give you the right in your mind, give you the right in your mind to go over here and start talking all this A-side stuff and look what I did and blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. Now I just gashed your head up. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. These two guys either make the fight or they don't. I'm not picking no motherfucking both sides with these two dudes. And if people out there want to feel like they want to do it, that's their business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking y'all for doing it or anything like that. I'm just saying be mindful and be aware that, maybe, you helping maybe possibly not make the fight by giving somebody the reason to call a side or the reason to call and dictate how much and all these other things. I'm not with it. No, I'm not with it anymore. You either make the fights. It's been going on too long. They've been talking about this shit for too goddamn long. It's enough is a motherfucking enough. Now we got your boy Edward Hearns. Now I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm just gonna read. I mean, of course, you I hope you guys can see it up over there at home. Maybe if you I'm just hoping it comes up on clear on YouTube on your side. Maybe you got to mess with your HD settings or whatever, your dots per inches or whatever the case may be. But Edward Hearn's kind of right with this because I'm just gonna let's see. Let's see what he says. Edward Hearn told the Ak and Barak show on Sirius XM DAZN, there's a big focus about equality in terms of purses for women boxing and men's boxing. For me, it has nothing to do with the sex of fighter in terms of how I perceive the value of a fight. A great female prospect and a great male prospect are being paid exactly the same right now. Depends. That's great news for equality. The problem is when you get to the world championship level as a female, the money is very different. It's very small on my side to rate this, so bear with me, everybody out there. The problem is when you get to the world championship level as a female, the money is very difficult to the world championship money of a male fighter. That's okay if it's based on the commercial value of the fighter and the fight. That is not okay. It's when commercial value is the same. Okay, I kind of get the gist of what he's saying, but that's what I'm saying is what are these guys? What is all these people out here doing as managers or promoters for these female fighters? It seems like a lot of these female fighters are willing to get out there in front of the camera, socialize with their boxing fans on social media, do interviews with their boxing fans on social media, and stuff like that. We see a lot of male fights out there that's getting paid extravagant amounts and stuff like that, and they keep getting served hot L's, left and right. God, who knows how much Dillian Whyte is getting to possibly get knocked out by Alexander Povetkin again. My whole thing is, what are you guys doing as a promoter? You know, you see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury out here. You got Edward Hearn shopping around, getting these major investors, so-called, into this fight and stuff like that. And he's shopping around, trying, ready to snatch some money off somebody. That's what they about to do, in my opinion. They're about to leave somebody high and dry. You mean to tell me, right? Katie Taylor been walking around here and can't even get what Dillian Whyte is getting, and all these other female fighters you got can't even get close to what Dillian Whyte is getting, and they're miles above this guy when it comes to boxing ability. What are you doing to promote these women of yours? And that goes for everybody else. That's a promoter out there with these females. What are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? Clarissa Shields was on the Joe Rogan show. That was something cool. That got her some more fans, hopefully. I know she brought up going to MMA and stuff like that. So that helps a lot. Amanda Serrano got her own website, Cove the Line. You go to the Amanda Serrano website. I forget what it's called, but you can get an autograph glove from her and her sister for $50, which I think is pretty cool, because a lot of fighters out there, you can't even get an autograph glove from them online and stuff like that. But I think there's a lot more that these promoters could do for these women fighters. And one thing's for certain that they could do is stop holding these women back like chess pieces and get them in the ring in there with these top tier female fighters. Ain't nobody. You got Amanda Serrano and Clarissa Shields up over here, and you got people ducking these guys, ducking these women left and right. And I don't know what they're waiting on and stuff like that, but it seems like they can't get those big names out of the UK and these other countries to fight them, in my opinion. Now, let's go on to the let's watch it right there. What's up, Watcher? What's happening?
Hey, we're here. We're here.
Right.
Yeah, man. I saw you live, so I thought I'd just hop on,
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't go live, man. There's a alarm at work, man, and I had to go and turn it off. About time I got back, you was already off.
Oh, that's all right, man. All good.
Yeah. So, right on time. And Whyte versus Parker. My whole thing with this is this guy better. Oh, I got the wrong shit. I mean, Alexander Povetkin. Let me take that off, man. I got the wrong motherfucking shit because I just brought it up.
You got the other P.
Yeah, I got the other P up, man. Because I searched for the Povetkin fight, and that's what popped up. I was like, oh, that's a cool little thing, but I didn't even look at it until now. And I was like, if I don't get this shit up out of here one time, I'm gonna find the thing, but we could talk about it until I pull it up. But he better hope that this old man don't come in there in shape and worked on his punch placement, because his punch placement was there. He just kept missing.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it looked like Alexander Povetkin was kind of smothering his own punches, his own work a little bit, but he wasn't too far off. And eventually one of those, uppercuts landed.
Yeah, I watched the public workout, the live workout from Gibraltar. And it looks pretty nice there. But I saw Povetkin just shadowboxing a bit. And then I saw him hitting the pads. And the difference between when Alex and Dillian were doing it, Povetkin showed a different kind of energy during the workout. He looked very energetic. And, obviously he's fresh there and it's a public workout. And you can't take too much away from it. But I could see there was subtle differences in where his hand was, not rushing in crazy with his hand below, like how he got caught last time. The certain punches he was throwing, certain control with his hands. Whereas with Dillian, yes, there was like I said, it's a public workout, but hands were kind of down and kind of whipping that hook in and kind of not even looking at the coach when he throws the hook, and like kind of like, let's just get this over with kind of mentality. And to me, dude, I keep banging on about this because we got other channels that are doing it and everything. Like, to me, he just does not look in shape. Like, Dillian to me, he looks heavy. He looks heavy and he looks slow, man. And like you said, if Povetkin is coming in, because Povetkin said in the interview just after he did that workout, he said, I'm kind of, this is a brand new fight and we're going to take a different approach. Well, not a different approach, but, we're going to go into this fight with something else. And that's what you want to hear. You want to hear that. And I have a feeling that he might give Povetkin, I have a feeling Povetkin might give Whyte something a bit different. I know at his old age, it will be harder to pick up things, but like I said, he's that experienced that he might just pull something else out. Whyte, for me, the big question is, can he actually box like long and do it for a certain amount of time where he can find an opening or get a points win? Because when he has tried to box on the back foot, he has looked bad doing it. And he's been pressured and he's gone into that shell. And there are ways Whyte can win, but he's still not focused, dude. He's still bringing up other names to this day. Today he was talking about Ruiz, Joshua Fury. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm finding it hard. I'm finding it a little bit more difficult on Whyte's end. I really am.
I mean, some people is saying Dillian Whyte is going to get this win. I mean, Dillian Whyte is the easier. Oh, Dillian Whyte is like far as like when you when I see it just by looking at him, yeah, Dillian Whyte is easy to pick. Is easier to pick Dillian Whyte over Povetkin just by looking at him. But when I sit back and actually watch these guys, fight before the fight, then fight the fight, it wasn't like nobody was coming in the ring with some debilitating injury or anything like that. Dillian Whyte was arguably, everybody know he was winning the fight. But it's like he keeps like I said in the other video, he keeps reverting right back into he don't know what the fuck he's doing. He tries to fight long. Guess what he does? He doesn't know which way to circle, and he doesn't know how to fucking pick his feet up. He doesn't know how to place his feet. He ends up fucking with his feet. Either he ends up, I don't know. It's like damn near he doesn't cross his feet, but they're too goddamn close. They're too close, or he's too square. He's just squared up. You know what I'm saying? Not squared up, but like open your legs and shoulder width apart. And then stand in front of your opponent and throwing punches. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't move out of the way fast enough. You know what I'm saying? And you can't. My whole thing about Alexander Povetkin is that I think that even when you look at the fight, even when Dillian Whyte was fighting long, yeah, the jab was cool and stuff like that. As far as him, landing the thing, but Alexander Povetkin, to me, he needs some aggressive head movement. Like what is Dillian Whyte is going to do with somebody that's moving on his ass and you got it, and he has to hit a moving target? What is he going to do then? I think nothing.
When Chisora did it in their first fight, Dillian couldn't land a clean punch when Chisora did the head movement, whether it was a peekaboo side to side or he was just rolling in. He couldn't land. Like he'd hit with his wrist on the neck. That's probably the most he could get. The way Povetkin approached Joshua, because remember when he fought Joshua couldn't really get anything going. He'd throw that jab, and when he tried to throw those hooks on the inside with Povetkin, he couldn't land clean because Povetkin is crafty there, and he knows, you got to throw this now. I'll pull back or I'll get under it, or right. So he tests your decision making, and with Dillian, like you said, you know, the jab, when he throws it, it just keeps dropping to his chest. And when you got a guy with head movement who's able to just take those 1 or 2 steps in and get inside your ass, okay, it's not good. He's open, and I'm just wondering, because from the public workout, a lot of it was circling on the outside. So maybe their plan is to box. But I'm going to tell you this, dude. In my view, in my opinion, and he could prove me wrong, but I don't think he can do that for a substantial amount of rounds. He will always revert back to that brawling. And he showed it, because there were times where the jab was working wonders and Povetkin just wouldn't move his head for some reason. And then all of a sudden, he just wanted to tear up. I mean, there was a stage where Povetkin hit him in the neck and Whyte almost touched the canvas. He wasn't necessarily hurt, but just the weight of it pushed him, walled right over. He was like a shell. It was like a shell turning over. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. And I make a big deal about the weight because the weight matters, dude. Like, we talk about the stamina, okay? You can't be tired by round 4 or 5. You can't, not at this level, okay? At British level against Ian Lewison, who's like 300 pounds, maybe. But not now, Come on, man. So we'll see. I mean, they got a press conference tomorrow as well. So
yeah. We definitely gonna see. And I mean, I'm not sitting over here trying to bash on Dillian Whyte and stuff like that, but I just don't have any more. I don't have any more faith in him coming in and fight in the shape. I have none. I have no faith in that, and that's the reason why we revert back to the thing. If Povetkin comes in shape, or even if he doesn't, if he comes in the same shape, can Dillian Whyte box on the outside perfect for 12 fucking rounds? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might be able to knock down Alexander Povetkin or whatever the case may be, but Alexander Povetkin has been, deemed to be a little bit resilient. He gets up. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't turn his back and run. I said that for you.
Dude. I swear, man. If that happens, they either, and who knows, maybe on the undercard, because I'll probably watch a bit of the undercard as well. But I might even go live and do a commentary. I'll see how the timing goes. But whole point being is that if you are going to implement a game plan where you box on the outside, I mean, you have to make sure that everything is on lock, because you got to keep that forearm under your chin so the uppercut doesn't land. And then you got to make sure the hook doesn't land. And then you got to make sure the overhand doesn't land. Povetkin needs to not stand square up when Whyte hits him with that right hand, especially, because that's how he opened up. And when he enters in, use some angles and some head movement. Because when he went in a straight line with his hand down and he didn't bring his hands back, he got nailed to the canvas. And he got back up straight away. And he is resilient. I mean, the dude got up and he looked calm. He looked tired, but he looked calm. And then boom, bongo drums continued. So, I mean, it's good. I think that what can happen is Povetkin just charges at this dude straight away. But then again, that will test his gas tank.
Yeah.
And then with Dillian, it's like, I'm unsure what Dillian's going to do. I just have a feeling we're going to see a brawl again. I don't believe that he'll be, but he might do it for like 1 or 2 rounds, and then it will just be a brawl again. That, in my opinion,
Yeah, I mean, but that's the reason why. That's that one thing I said though, is like, with, because Alexander Povetkin is not like, he's not that, shorter than Dillian Whyte. So, you know what I'm saying? And, when Dillian Whyte, steps into his jab like he likes to do, like literally he steps first and then he jabs, it's not coming off the fastest or anything like that. And when he throws up, you know, you got to be able to slip that and get under it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to slip that and get under it with them with that. Make them pay, you know, make them pay to the body, make them pay somewhere. And, you know, and Dillian Whyte's hooks to the body, you know, you literally see him, he's loading up. You literally see him, he's jumping, he's lunging into him. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying hook with a hooker, but what I am saying is like protect your chin and give him and counter him. You know what I'm saying? Protect your chin and counter him. How many you gonna take some body shots anyways? You know what I'm saying? You know, just like the first fight, but you see him. You literally see him. He's jumping. He's leaving his feet with some of these body shots. When he's throwing the jab, he's scooting forward. His feet is moving before the punch is thrown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you should be able to see it. He should be able to see that shit coming. I don't know what he's looking at. Are you looking at the dude's shoulders? Like, what are you looking at? You too busy looking at his feet. You still busy looking at his head. Like, what are you looking at? Because with Dillian Whyte, you could just look at that man's shoulders all night, and he'll tell you when he's about to throw a punch.
I don't get it sometimes. It's like I think the kickboxing background has the part to play in it, but then again, Povetkin had a kickboxing background and his fundamentals are better. So again, you've got Jonathan Banks, you've got Mark Tibbs, now you've got Mark Knight and Xavier Miller. There's constant coach switching. The way it has been handled as well has been in bad taste, in my view anyway. You know, sending a solicitor to get rid of him and fire him as his trainer. And
you think that's what happened?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that was before the Povetkin fight, the first one. But you know, and then we're hearing comparisons about him and Lennox Lewis, and the trainer saying the jab is like Lennox Lewis's jab. Again, like I said, dude, they're almost the same height as well. So it's not as if we've got this guy that's towering above, you know, that will use his reach. I mean, there's only a 3-inch reach difference. And listen, man, Povetkin is getting on the inside in that first fight without a jab. He's not jabbing his way in. He's literally stepping in. He's hooking his way in, if anything. You know, in terms of punch resistance, I don't know, dude. I mean, like Povetkin has that confidence. Like you dropped me twice, not once, but twice, with 2 different punches, and I still got up. And a little bit of rest later, I knock your ass out with one of my punches. Not even my best punch. And I put you to sleep. I put you flat out like a sausage on a barbecue.
He didn't even know he was asleep. That's how bad it was. He didn't fucking know. He got an interview, said he got right back up. That's bad. And nobody, and you know, they don't want to say that shit about him. But that's the thing with Alexander. The only thing that Alexander Povetkin fucked up with that fight, the first fight, is, in my opinion, is that his movement was too slow. Like Dillian Whyte can catch on it because his movement was too slow. It's like you gotta. I'm not saying it's like it, but it's similar. It may be similar, but you got the left hook and you got the hook and you got the uppercut. You kind of you wear the black trunks. You wear the black trunks and the black shoes, just like Mike, but you ain't got you're not moving fast enough. You're not moving that head fast enough. Like maybe you're right. Maybe it is the stamina, but maybe he thought he was going to catch him, because when that motherfucking hook landed, holy shit. And when that hook landed, that showed the whole world that, you know what? Age might not be nothing but a number with some of these cats, because, you know, with all that youth that Dillian Whyte has, you know what? Because I was just watching again, because I was forgetting some stuff. At the end of round 4, Alexander Povetkin looked like he was about to throw that fucking uppercut. After he got knocked down in the end of 4th, and he stepped he kind of leaned over. He shed those punches real quick. Looked like he's about to give it to him right there, but he's moving too slow.
Yeah, that is something that can be adjusted. And I did see he looked pretty loose in the workout. I saw him like really like loosening up in that workout. So I would imagine someone as experienced as him with the team behind him that they would say that, hey, we need to be a bit more loose and we need some upper body movement. Because when he did it to Joshua, he gave him that upper body movement and that head movement. Joshua couldn't land anything. He couldn't land. All he could land was a body jab, and it wasn't doing much until later on where the openings were found. But that's what happens when you put that movement in. Dillian does not like it when you give that. When Joseph Parker was fighting Whyte, who was much younger and much quicker, but still, when he was giving some feints and giving that speed to him and giving that movement, Whyte kind of just didn't know. And he was throwing hooks where his back was like turned to you. Like that's how off balance he manages to get sometimes. Even that video I sent in the group chat last night, you throw him this hook from a different range altogether and you're almost falling over. You know, if you do that in an inside exchange where your feet are together and your whole body's doing the hula hoop, you're just going to be met with a counter hook and boom, you got to get put down because that's how it works. If you have that bad positioning, you will get caught with the punch eventually. The same thing happened with Povetkin. He got caught with the punch because his position was bad. But in my view, he can both can adjust, right? It sounds like I'm hating, but I'm not hating. I'm just saying it how it is. I mean, even Dillian's team, they're not really acknowledging that uppercut as a problem. They have not acknowledged it. And if they're coming into this thinking that they don't have to adjust and that it was a lucky punch, as a lot of people on his team have claimed, rude awakening once again, because that's an issue. And it hasn't been fixed since 2015. No one's been able to fix it, or I don't know, dude. Like it is intriguing, this fight to me. But even mentally as well, I feel like Dillian's just not all there. I feel like he's coming into this fight angry. That's what it's coming across to me as. Povetkin has usually got that that cold Russian look on his face. Pretty calm. Still very calm in the fourth round where he was trying to land that uppercut and it was missing by a whisker. And then he found it. He found it. Oh, you got the fight up. Around there, you meant?
Yeah. It looked like he was about to throw something right there.
Yeah. He knows, though. Pop up there. Because see how far Dillian steps in? He's smothered with his left. He tried to come in the top. See, that's what Dillian likes to do. He likes to throw that hook downwards like that to try kind of get you off balance because you're going down with it. But his right hand is not high enough. It's tucked, but it's open. You see him square up, boom. It could go there.
Yeah, he threw that punch like he kind of slapped that too.
You can't slap it because
that's what he tried
to do when he got hit with the uppercut.
That was all. Yeah. Yeah. And then here it comes. And it was like, okay, and it's kind of like the same way Mike does it. He stepped to the side and threw the fucking uppercut. He didn't walk to him and did it. He stepped to the side and he hit him with it because he didn't see it coming. He didn't fucking see it coming.
That's what you get when you use movement.
Boom.
Movement, boom. Oh my god.
He didn't even and look how Alexander Povetkin moved. It was slow. It wasn't fast or anything. He just walked over there, and he knew he had him.
Yeah, he knew because he was setting that shit up the whole fucking fight. But it was subtle enough. And again, he jab and then an uppercut.
And it was like in his control too. See how he's not off. Alexander Povetkin ain't off balance. Nothing.
Yeah.
That boy, he worked on that shit. He works
Oh,
on
yeah,
that motherfucker. God
they
damn.
drill that.
Didn't even
They
look like he threw it. Didn't even
I'm
look like
telling you, if he adds more head movement, he will not get hit with a jab as easy as he did last time. Because if you think about it, you take the jab from Whyte away, what's he gonna do? He's gonna get frustrated, and then he's gonna try come forward and throw those hooks at you, and then he'll leave himself open. But if Whyte keeps the jab, then he can set his other shots up. But again, that overstepping shit, you can't overstep like that, And
Hey,
when you lean over as well, like an ironing board, okay, Povetkin don't care. He's like, oh, you giving me your ribs? Here. Let me cook these ribs with my left hook. Let me cook them. Because you give away too much there. Yeah, you will eat a body shot, but not that consistently, dude. Because you'll have nothing later on. You're in the corner. Shit, why am I so tired? Because your body is getting marked up. That's why. And then all that wasted energy leaning over and, raising up so quickly and swinging when you load up. See, and that's another thing Dillian does. He throws that hook and he does this thing with his neck where he kind of twists it for extra leverage. I don't know why he does it. But he turns his head.
because he's trying to put his whole body into it.
Literally his whole body. Like literally every part of his body. And it's
What up,
like,
Bruce? What's going on, Bruce?
salute Bruce goes.
He throws his whole. Yeah, go ahead, Watcher. My bad.
No, all good. If you do that with your neck and you're met with a punch, you're getting knocked the fuck out. I mean, badly. Because then your body's just gonna go in fucking circles.
And that was the fifth round. And when you saw how Dillian Whyte looked after the end of the fourth round already. And let me replay it. Yeah, he knocked Alexander Povetkin down, but just look at his body movement. Dillian Whyte's body movement to me just tells it all that he wasn't ready to be in shape. Now let's roll the tape. Like, okay, he knocked him down.
Look at this.
He comes over there. He misses. Look how he walks away.
Yeah.
He's already like, you knocked the guy down and you already seeming like you're getting a bit tired.
Povetkin looked old in this fight. Like there were times where just then he like stepped back and look, there's the uppercut there. Where he stepped back and see, this is what Dillian Whyte can't do either. See here, that's where Povetkin rushed in. He ran in with that hand extended and he rushed his work. When he doesn't rush his work, his combinations and his punch placement works better. He rushed his work there, so he made sure. Yeah, and Dillian is stumbling. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like both guys to me just looked fucking, they look gassed, and I believe that one side, maybe both sides would have worked on it. That is the price to pay.
The way it looked like he lifted him up off the ground.
I know. His body went like a curve.
Like look at the back of his feet. Like they lifted up a bit. Like his heels.
Yeah, they did.
and then Dillian Whyte gonna have the nerves to be like, oh, people making fun of me and this and the third. I was like, what, dude? You're a professional boxer. You got knocked out on like in the front of the whole world. Like, what do you think people are gonna do? Like, if you ain't the only one that gets talked about when they get knocked out, everybody does. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the
what happened when Wilder lost? He had a lot to say. So it works both ways, man. This shit happens. You got to get made fun of, all right?
Yeah.
But it clearly has affected him. And again, I talk about the mental. You're coming into this fight worrying about what other people think. Fuck what other people think. You do your business in the ring, and that's what matters.
Yeah, then you won't have to work. Well, if you would have never see, that's another thing that you're saying is like, if a lot of these boxers took their time in the gym and actually learned their craft and got in the tip-top shape, they probably wouldn't have, they probably would have had a championship title, and people would be giving them somewhat of the respect that they deserve, right? But what happens? He keeps getting knocked out. He keeps getting knocked out. What? Okay, you beat Derek Chisora. Okay, and okay, you got knocked out again by a old man, and you didn't even see it coming, and he stood right in front of you. And then you knocked him down with like seconds left. You wasn't trying to get him up out of there. Every time you knocked him down, you didn't try to get him up out of there. And you said it in the interviews that, I know I knocked him down, but I was just like, hold on, I'm going to take my time. And it's in the third. You can say whatever you want to about what you was talking about, what you was going through in your head. But you got to, if you ain't seizing the moment, you could fuck yourself out of a fight. And that's what he did. He fucked himself out of a fight. Not seizing the moment. You had the guy, you hit him with some pretty good shots to knock him down, but you didn't want to seize the moment.
Before Povetkin knocked him out, there was a bit where Whyte threw a 1-2. He threw the jab, it missed, and then he hesitated, and then he threw the right hand, and it landed at the top of Povetkin's head as Povetkin was ducking below. And I thought, like, watching back now, it makes sense what you say as well. It's like, you were hesitating. But why were you hesitating? Were you confident in your ability to get the job done? You hit him with the punches and, it won't come to you. You gotta kind of make it happen and get in a position where you can get the shot. But again, wanting to brawl and do this ridiculousness where you swing fucking Whyte. They say Wilder is wild. Man, I've seen Joshua and Whyte do the same shit in some fights. Like, again, there had to be steps taken. Like I said, dude, we're only like it's Thursday where I'm at. We're like 3 days away from the fight, man. 2 or 3 days away from the fight. It's in another country, so who the hell knows what foolishness is going on there. And yeah, I mean, to me, the press conference will be interesting because Dillian Whyte says, I don't like this guy, man. He's a fake. And, like, have you heard what he's been saying, dude? He's been saying, like, I realized that this guy is fake because he came up to me after the fight and said, you are very good. You are better than what I said. And then after he said that, he's like, but, I respect Povetkin. He's done a lot in his career. It's like, you slate on this guy and then say you respect him. So at the press conference, what do you got to do? You got to go forehead to forehead with him or something. Last time you tried that shit as well. You tried, like, he wanted to give you a fist pump. You didn't do it. You didn't give him respect. It will bite you in the ass. Trust me.
I bit him on the chin.
Yeah, it landed that fucking fist. I think it was the left hand as well.
It was fucking smooth.
Again, have a little bit of integrity. Like I said, you can trash talk and everything, but don't come out and say, because, he didn't have COVID and this and that. Well, that's another question, whether he had COVID or not. Okay, how much has COVID taken out of him? Or maybe he didn't have COVID and he's fit. Because to me, dude, he looks okay, Povetkin. He looks healthy. He looks like he's in a good mental space. And the mindset is right from the words he has said. Obviously it's got to go into action. But that's why I find it hard for Dillian to make like a real case for Dillian. Because the shit he says, man, and then you see it as well. Like, you see this guy trying to cut weight. Like, what the fuck you need to cut weight for, man? Stop saying that shit. Cutting weight. Train appropriately, and as time goes by, then you can trim down. But look, man, he came in at 252.5 last time. He looks like he's going to come in heavier than that. As I've been rambling on about, because it matters. Everything matters.
Yeah. I think with this fight, I think Dillian Whyte is going to get knocked out with a straight right. I think they're going for the straight right, and I think it's because he remember Alexander Povetkin. He got caught throwing that left. He got caught throwing a hook, and then he got caught throwing an uppercut. He threw an uppercut and it slipped Dillian Whyte, and that's when Dillian Whyte hit him with that left hook and knocked Alexander Povetkin down. But he got right up after that, and I think that they're looking at because if you hit this you hit this guy with angles, because what does Dillian Whyte has? He has the left hook, really. The left hook, really, that's his go-to, the left hook, hook all the way. And in the uppercut, his uppercut is, I don't think this is as devastating as Alexander Povetkin's, but it's not nothing you want to get hit with. But I think that's his best bet, especially in the inside. Because you can hide your jaw with a straight right. You can hide under your bicep. You know what I'm saying? And so and that's the quickest way to get off a punch too. Is it either a jab or that power punch? He's not gonna catch it. He's not gonna catch it. Alexander Povetkin fakes with the left, throws it right. Dillian Whyte ain't gonna catch that shit. He pull counter. Well, I don't. Yeah, you're probably right. Alexander Povetkin probably can't pull counter that best because he actually, if you watch the fight, he attempted it like 2 times, but he didn't throw nothing.
His feet were in a bad position though in the air when he tried to throw, not necessarily the straight right, but the overhand. But I sent that video yesterday where Whyte jabbed, and he's content on leaving that left hand down. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do, be like James Toney or something, but over the top, that right hand hits the shoulder. If the feet are in the right place and you step in, that's on the chin or the temple, because Whyte is vulnerable everywhere. But the right hand can definitely land. I mean, it was landing around the high guard. That's another thing I said back like 7-8 months ago. I said, when Dillian high guards like that, yes, it does stop some stuff, but that uppercut and those hooks, those short hooks, they always seem to get through. Whether you've got a slugger like Chisora or a real technician like Povetkin, they still manage to get through somehow. I don't know what it is. Like, the best bet for Dillian is to keep it long and do it on the front foot, not on the back foot, because when you get to the ropes, then you're vulnerable. But I imagine Povetkin's going to set up another punch. I don't think it will be the uppercut again. I think it will either be a right hand of some sort or a left hook.
Yeah, but like you said with Dillian Whyte, just stay your ass off the ropes, and let Alexander Povetkin rush. Let him rush it. Because obviously every time you knocked him down, like you said, it seemed like he was rushing. His punches, he was rushing. You know what I'm saying? He got caught. I think they were both left hooks he threw that put him down. So, I'm not saying that Dillian Whyte can't win this fight. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that, his skills that he's been exhibiting, and then when he gets tired, he reverts back to his I don't know, not knowing what his trainer, forgetting what he learned in training or whatever the case may be. He forgets it. He starts putting his feet together. He starts throwing looping ass hooks. Well, it doesn't even matter because, go back and watch the fight. The best way to catch Dillian Whyte is when, he's leaving his feet with his chin in the air. Because he does it, he's going to do it. Look, he throws a body punch. When he gets comfortable, what he's going to do? He's going to hop into it. And you can see it coming. It's coming. Because he's going to move his fucking feet before he throws the shot. Hello. I mean, that's what I saw. Every time he threw a jab, you see his feet moving. He's probably gonna come in 270, so you're gonna feel a little tremble in the ring. You ain't gotta see it. You're gonna feel this fat motherfucker start making earthquakes around his ring, and you're gonna know it's time for he's about to throw something. But and then I don't know. Alexander Povetkin's 41-year-old, so I don't know how much on the chin can he take. Being 41, 42 years old, I don't know how much can he take from the chin, because it's not like Dillian Whyte was knocking him down with pillows. Dillian Whyte gave him some good shots upstairs into the body in that fight. So I think really at the end of the day, this if it came to it all, and why I really think that somebody would win this fight, I would take it as if this. I think Alexander Povetkin is the one that has to everything to everybody else. Dillian Whyte, he's a younger guy, and he has time to get back where he was, because Edward Hearn will make sure that he gonna get another fight. There's guys out there that's coming up he'll be able to fight, but Alexander Povetkin, he loses, he got more to lose. He'll never get another heavyweight shot again. This is it. Dillian Whyte can, maybe when he's 41, I don't know, but he has Alexander Povetkin. This is it. Like Mike said on his last concert, when he said, "This is it." This is it this ain't the end for Dillian Whyte if he loses. But to me, as far as championship titles for Alexander Povetkin, this is it.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, Povetkin also said something like, he said, "I'd be open to a trilogy with Whyte," but to me that doesn't make sense.
I'll tell you why. It's the money. It's the money, and he might not be able to get a bigger fight until they figure out all this other madness that's going on in the heavyweight division. So I don't blame him for saying that. You know what I'm saying? If he can't get nobody else, like, what is he supposed to do?
Fight someone you beat twice.
Yeah. and it's not for a title. Is for bragging. Really, is telling you the truth, is for bragging rights. Really, because
it's for bragging rights.
Because they not gonna get no championship fight until next year. So he's gonna be, if Dillian Whyte wins, he's gonna wait for another. He gonna wait another 365 days, like he's been saying.
Well, again, if he wasn't happy with what the WBC were doing, then probably WBA would have made more sense. And then Trevor Bryant could have fought for that regular belt, and then all that crying and complaining and time wasting. Who the hell knows if it would have worked out like that. The point being is that it is for bragging rights. One guy to me seems in denial. The other guy is older and still really has to prove it, because he closed the show last time in dramatic fashion, and he could very well do it again. And maybe he gets hit with one punch and his body goes to shit. You never know. Anything can happen in this fight. I will be watching this live, but again, yeah, man. Like,
and you got crickets out there, man.
Yeah, can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that last one. That motherfucker strong as a bitch.
Far out. Are you kidding me? Man, pig, get the hell out of here. Oh my god.
That last one was strong, bruh. I heard that motherfucker. And it's not the first time. I thought it was like my when you put your cell phone next to your microphone and start making that RFI sound, like stuff like that. I thought it was that at first, like I'm gonna say, like when you first got on, and I was like listening, I heard it again. Now I heard it again. I was like, man, that's a damn cricket.
Why the hell? It's been raining. What the hell? Yeah, I don't care. I might move spots, maybe.
Nah, it's raining outside, so they had to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, exactly. If Dillian loses, he's fighting lower level, obviously, to get back, but he's probably going to fight Martin Bakole.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, see that Martin Bakole guy, man. It's just, he they gassing him up. I know I ain't heard his music, but they say he got like a little music video. But they gassing him up like fight somebody.
He gets hit too much, man. Like he needs to tighten that defense up ASAP. Kuzmin hit him with farts. There goes that fucking cricket again. I'm fucking moving. He gets hit with too many right hands. Too many right hands, and like it's not just like a pot shot. It's literally a fucking like full-fledged knockout punch almost. And you see this dude eat it, but he don't eat it like well, if you know what I mean. Like it clearly affects him to a point. And like he talks so much shit about that Michael Hunter fight. And it's like, maybe if you came in shape, your shoulder wouldn't have done what it did. Maybe if you didn't load up, your shoulder wouldn't have done what it did. Instead, you're making excuses, and he's saying, oh, don't run from the rematch. You got stopped fucking badly, okay? You got fucking, like, the ref saved you, man, okay? You're lucky he fucking stepped in when he did, because you were getting pieced the fuck up by that right hand from Michael Hunter. And if you think a rematch is different, it's not. It's just worse. It'll fucking happen sooner.
Yeah, I don't like Mark McCauley's. I don't like his. When he throws it right, it looks pretty. It looks okay, but when majority of the time, it's just if you don't get that shit up out of here, and he doesn't have no business fighting. Kuzma, he can get away with fighting the inside like that, but some of these other guys, they're gonna fucking starch the shit out of him. And his overhand right is horrendous.
No, he can't throw it. He has that sparring mentality, really, dude. He really does.
Because somebody gassed him up to think that this shit is cool.
Yeah. And then a guy took a fucking fight on a few days' notice in his backyard because he's based in the UK, right? And fucked him up. And it was a guy that moved up from another weight division, bear in mind. I think that was his first fight at heavyweight, Hunter. And he fucked him up badly. And yes, Michael Hunter got, caught with some shit in that fight and he was bleeding a bit. But really, if you look back at it, Michael did the business. And he nailed him, man. And like, if they put him in with Dillian Whyte's just going to beat the shit out of him. 3 or 4 rounds, man. Tops. Because he can't defend himself. He doesn't. I don't know what he does in there. Like he just eats the shot willingly.
D-Lo, what's happening? Oh, my bad. Mark Nash, what's happening? D-Lo 404 boxing, what's happening, bro? Look at this shit. I got to put this shit back on the screen. Look,
Okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck is? God damn it! I almost did the Laws D and closed out all my shit.
Oh man.
You know what Laws be doing? What the fuck is this?
Oh, dude, he took a video there where he went crazy.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. The fuck is that?
No, see, you can't do.
Watch her. What the fuck? Look at it. No, I want you to see it again. Then you could go ahead and lace it down. So I'm trying to find. Okay, here we go. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, first off, okay, what round is that? Round 2. Right, okay. When you got someone in front of you like that, like Kuzmin with his hands up, square like that, you have to actually hit the person because they're giving you them. Their body is open, their head is there. You can hit around the guard, you can break the guard, you can do all sorts of things. You don't need to measure with 4 to 6 love taps, as D-Lo said. You don't need to do that. I don't know what the fuck that is. You know what that is? Those are those fucking pad drills that he does with his coach. And he's trying to do the same shit in the fight. And you look at what Kuzmin did. He threw the jab and then he went bop right to the body. He threw a right hand because when you do that shit, right? There's openings. You throw all those punches, you open yourself up. That hurt him as well. That's bullshit right there. That's what that is. You can't be doing that.
I mean, I'm not. I didn't make it up. I didn't do it. He did it. Like, don't go blame it on me. Like, I'm talking shit about this young man, but he literally threw the weakest combination I have seen in a long time. Now, this is not to say Big Baby Miller ain't done some shit like this, but that was beyond. I think that's what it is. I think, you know what? At the end of the day, that's what it could be. It could be somebody gassed him up that he's putting in good work and sparring, and then that he gets in the ring and he does this dumb shit. And I'm pretty sure, I hope that his trainer and shit was like, "What the fuck was that?"
You can't be throwing combinations like that. And like, I understand like actually I don't understand. Listen, dude, he was there to be hit. Let your fucking hands go and dig that body. But again, I think he does lack that power a bit. And I think he relies on just throwing all these little punches like, oh, it looks good to the judges, I'm winning the fight. So when a decision does not go his way, he can then blame everyone else but him. He mentally does not have it to progress, in my opinion, because every time something doesn't go his way, someone else is to blame. There are fucking fingers pointed here, there, everywhere. And Kuzman, you know, in my view, like, I thought Bakoli won, but looking back at it, maybe a draw just to kind of put it down the middle. You could give the win to Kuzman because really he did land the better shots of the fight. All that other crap, it's not landing. It's not effective. You're not doing anything. You're getting countered to the body. You know, Kuzman's like, that's the fourth punch. That's the sixth punch. When he throws this last one, boom, I'm going to meet him in the middle. And he did that. You know? And that was just to the body. To the head is a complete different story.
Yeah, I don't know who's. Yeah, I don't think he does have. I don't know. I don't think Bakoli has that. I don't think he has that power to get these guys out of there like that. It's like the way how he's throwing his punches is like he's using more of his arms at most times. Like, it don't seem right for somebody to be 200 plus pounds and to fucking sit up over here and take this fight down the road like he did with this guy. Like, no way in fucking hell. No way in hell. Kuzman was dead tired.
Yeah. And he's still getting hit.
Yeah, and you throwing pity pats in the you paying, what's that pity pat, what's that shit people used to slap hands, I don't know what that shit is, paying pity pat in the ring. I don't get it. If they did call that fight, look, I put it to you like this. I don't think referees should give people fights. You should lose for performances like that against people that's out of shape. You should lose. You know, like literally, when you know somebody's coming out of shape, there should already be a handicap, and you should fucking lose if you can't fucking out jab this motherfucker because you scared. Oh shit! Here come TS boxing talking about ish ha ish ha ish ha.
Oh no. Oh man. Look, man, these guys just don't come in shape. It's that simple. I mean, they're tired early on. I'm not talking about halfway. I'm talking before halfway in the fight. They're fucking gassed. And people can't jump on them because they're not in shape either. You know, two unfit guys in the ring. It's like, well, it's anyone's game really now. Whoever fucking lands the biggest punch, you know. I mean, I don't even know. Actually, let me see. Is he fighting anyone next?
I don't even know if I want to see it.
Yeah, I know. Just you got Twitter, huh? He is not 6'6". No way. No way you're 6'6". He's like 6'3" or 6'4" or something. Let me see this.
They said how tall?
On box record it says 6'6", but I swear I saw 6'4". He's not 6'6". There's no way he's 6'6".
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
My thing is the whole Michael Hunter thing. That's some bullshit there. You lost fair and square, man. You know, so you're just holding on to it like, like I'm deserving of it, Oh, he did call him out after the Kuzma win. He said, "I'm coming for you." Okay. You beat me. See if you can do it again.
Who said
I don't
that?
know. Do you really want that though again? Do you want to get your ass beat like that? Like there is a reason people don't fight Hunter. Hrgovic he's getting a good taste next. That's a good fight. But you aren't that important. You aren't relevant, really, dude. Even though I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
You aren't that relevant. Yeah, T.S. Tyrone. That's what they say. They train their butt off. In a fucking 2 days, we'll see at this weigh-in who trained their fucking butt off and who didn't. We will see. And we'll see on fight night.
It's gonna be a long ass day, I think. Imagine if you Dillian Whyte, you lose this fucking fight, and your ass literally has to fly from that little bitty ass island all the way back home. I'll be at the airport just to boo your ass.
Boo.
I would literally be like, especially not in the sense of he's come like if he comes in out of shape, I'm waiting at the airport. Like
what weight do you think is unacceptable? Anything above last time, or like what do you think?
It depends on how he looks. Like if he looks like he gained muscle and stuff, but how much muscle can you gain in that time too? Is the question. Like literally like you're no spring chicken anymore. Like your testosterone's probably pretty much is leveling out now with your age, and then all that other shit that you took. So D-ball in your system and all that other shit. So what was it? D-ball. Then he had the stuff from Jack 3D in his system.
Jack 3D.
Yeah. 2 times he blamed. He should have been suspended in my opinion because you can't blame it on over the counter twice. My whole thing is if he comes in, if Dillian Whyte comes in at 260, he's getting knocked out.
My thing is because I followed him for a very long time. I followed him since I've seen 2012 all the way up. I've seen his kickboxing fights. He is physically very different. His body shape looks very different back then. It's more of like a V shape almost. He looked fitter then. He didn't overthink things back then either. Now, it seems to me ever since the Parker fight, it's just been, I got to get fucking jacked. I got to get big. I got to have power, this and that. Don't worry about the power. When the power can't land, and people talk about this left hook. Left hook is good, but it's not all that it's meant to be. I mean, look, Parker got up. Chisora ate it in the first fight. Rivas, he couldn't land it on Rivas, really. He really couldn't. Povetkin got up from it. That was a hammer fist, almost. I mean, Joshua, who does not have the best punch resistance, he ate it. I mean, I don't understand. But to me, dude, he looks heavy and he's trying to put all these clothes on to kind of hide it and everything. It's like we can see that you're big, man. But the weigh-in, that's what matters, I'm gonna be in the fucking comment section on the live chat saying, wait for it.
Well, this is what I say. This is why I say this is because I believe. So I looked it up. 260. I said right, and it's looking about right because Dillian Whyte versus Joseph Parker. Dillian Whyte came in at 258. He came in at 258, and he looked out of shape.
Yeah, hey, and guess what? Okay. He was fucking tired in that fight. A fight that he was winning as well. Parker was a bit buzzed from that headbutt in the second. And then in round 9, he nailed him with the left hook. He got the knockdown. But he fucking gassed. And he was almost out of there. And you know another thing as well? He actually physically, in his chin area and his whole face, he looks the same as in the Parker fight. He looks the fucking same. If it's 260 or more, he's getting put to the fucking shadow realm again. Because all that weight, you gotta get tired very quickly from that. You know? He'll get tired.
He don't to me, he don't need all that weight, but you know, that's up to his strength and conditioning coaches. But you know, being heavy ain't worked in his favor in his conditioning, and he needs to figure out something. And we got this Tyrone is on his motherfucker's ass in the chat. This Tug whatever UBSJ whatever the thing is said Wilder versus Whyte, your predictions. I mean, there's no need to talk about that. It's like, you know,
here we go again with the deflection of you know, Povetkin and Whyte are fighting, period. I mean, like, what is it? Is it that hard to understand? Both guys need a win, and that is that. They are fighting this week. They are fighting.
yeah, D-Lo, I don't know what it is. Is it his weight? I mean, is it his strength and conditioning coaches? Does he even have one? Is it his trainers? Is it his diet? Like, you know, should he be eating jerk chicken and shit like that and curry goat? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he's had like fucking like 15 different strength and conditioning coaches. Like
that's fucking crazy.
Like, so, I'm exaggerating there a bit, but he's had a fucking ton of strength and conditioning coaches.
So he never had anyone that been with him for you know, a little bit to actually learn his fucking body. To actually sit there and analyze this guy. You can't just write your shit down and get your strength and conditioning coach and stuff like that. They actually, you know, need to see what you eat, how it reacts to you, how you doing in the gym and stuff like that with the food and stuff like that. I'm not saying as a heavyweight boxer you got to go on a full blown diet, but you ain't eating no Subway and no McDonald's around me. You ain't eating that shit. No KFC, no Popeyes chicken, none of that. You ain't eating none of that shit around me. You know, you better go somewhere else with all that shit, and that's probably why they leave. He probably don't want to put in the work. You know?
Well, when he's getting outrun by a guy with an amputated leg, with a prosthetic leg on a sprint track, that is telling. You know? I'm not even there to make that as a joke. Like, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's mental. Maybe the dude gets nervous in his fight, and like when it, like internally, something we don't see, maybe it just gets to him, like the adrenaline dump or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just every fucking fight, just about, he gasses badly. Like it just boom. The energy just goes. It's like a car when it runs out of petrol. It's like it chugs a bit and then boom, it just, you know, fucking stops. And it's like him, like he makes it obvious as well, which is even worse. His body, the look of his body doesn't help. You know, he's leaning over, and you can hear in his corner in the last fight, like he's like going, like, you know, like really breathing, and you got fucking two coaches talking at the same time, and he's looking at Dave Colwell, and what Xavier Miller is saying, he's not even fucking looking at him. So he's hearing shit and he's not processing it. And then boom, you see what happens. This is an issue. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll be right here. And that's the, oh, okay, let me see what we got here. Yeah, Tyrone, I'm not even, no prediction. I ain't got no prediction for that shit either. Tug said Whyte will call out Wilder after Povetkin fight. Like, why do you want? Okay, why would you want Dillian Whyte to call out Deontay Wilder after this fight? Why would you want that? I want to answer because I got something to say with my question. I'm asking you for a reason. TS Boxing said at Tug, Wilder is not going to fight at a lower level. He is entitled to a rematch, so he will fight for that to end as he should do. Not only that, whether or not Wilder gets the rematch or not, he doesn't need to fight anybody else. When I say he doesn't need to fight anybody else, that's not me saying he shouldn't fight anybody else. That's me saying that where Wilder is in the heavyweight division, his status should dictate whether or not if Fury and AJ have their 2 fights, that they fight him, because that will be the fight that the fans will want to see. So, Tug's gonna say, Tyrone said he remembered the amputee guy. That's sad. That's fucking sad. Tug said, I think Wilder should KO Whyte early too. Shut UK fans up and Edward Hearn. That's the thing. I'm not worried about Wilder shutting anybody up when it comes to these things. I just want to see the fights that I want to see, win or lose. I don't have no grudge with Edward Hearn or anything, or Dillian Whyte or AJ and Fury. I just want him to get what he's owed. People literally have made videos about Wilder taking step aside money. People literally have made articles that Wilder is taking step aside money. In order for Wilder to take step aside money, that means Wilder is entitled to a 3rd fight with Tyson Fury. That's in minutes of the truth by way of preponderance of the evidence. So, Tyrone said, yeah, but that would have been fine during his title defenses. But right now, that's a step down. I think it is a step down. Dillian Whyte just don't have the defense. I mean, he doesn't have the defense. And watching Wilder KO somebody in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round, it's exciting, but it's not something that I'm clamming to see. TS Boxing said Wilder Fury is personal business, period, bigger than boxing for me. Yeah, that's about right. I mean, people can say whatever they want to about, people can have their convictions on why they want to see certain fights and stuff like that. But when it's by way of just wanting to see another fighter get done dirty and have to sit on the side, and you want to see how Wilder look, and you want to ask me on who Wilder's going to fight next and stuff like that, you want to get a reaction out of me, that's when it starts becoming love and hip hop. You just want to be happy about somebody else's downfall. That's just some misery, sloppy ass shit that people be doing on social media. This shit shouldn't make you happy that good fights ain't happening. Whether or not it's because, look, the Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight would have been already happened. It would have already happened. If Tyson Fury would have pulled all this mess, you would have seen a good fight. You would have seen a good championship fight. And ain't nobody out there, they can say whatever they want to. Oh, no, I want to see him 3rd fight. He beat him twice already. And this is the 3rd. You would have been watching. Everybody would have made their prediction videos. Everybody would have been on Twitter and Instagram running their mouth, jaw jabbing and shit. Everybody would have made videos after the thing. So, people can't say that, because that's exactly what would have happened, period.
They talk about that fucking thing with Wilder and Whyte, like Whyte's just gonna fucking wash Povetkin easily. Maybe it will happen, but realistically, you mean to tell me that a fucking guy that started out in kickboxing, who got suspended for PEDs early in his professional career, is gonna fucking outbox an Olympic gold medalist easily and get the win? That is cool. Again, a lot of fans are going to be mad if Whyte loses his rematch, which I think he will. but he can win as well. But I think he will. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be like, oh, you know, he took a tough fight. Not really, dude. You know, like I picked Povetkin to win, but he was number 9 in the rankings. So it's like, yeah, you fought at world level, but you lost to the lower tier world level. Now there's business to be done. So that whole Wilder Whyte talk, I don't even entertain that shit. That's just some deflection bullshit from this fight. They're nervous for this fight. Well, and they want to get your reaction. Fucking don't worry about my reaction. Worry about the fight. May the best man win.
That's about right, Jack. You know, Black Star Sports TV 2. What's happening, baby? Yeah, I like I said, you know, people, you know, like you said, man, it makes perfect sense. You know, when you have a fight that's going on this weekend, this motherfucking weekend, and you talking about a fight down the road when it might not even happen, because Dillian Whyte might get his ass whooped one more time, because you got to understand this. You know, Alexander Povetkin's game plan wasn't to come into the ring and outbox Dillian Whyte in that first fight. It wasn't to outbox him. It was to knock him out. You know, I don't know if you've seen how many, you know, devastating left hooks and uppercuts that Alexander Povetkin was missing, but he was coming in there to knock this dude out. That's why Alexander Povetkin got knocked down twice, like Watcher pointed out to me, because he rushed it. And it makes sense. He came in there rushing his shots, don't have his hands up, and got caught. Now look at him. He know how he got caught. Dillian Whyte knows how he got caught. But it's not the first time Dillian Whyte's been knocked out with an uppercut.
And that's the thing, Mike. That's the thing. Povetkin acknowledges it, and he said, right, this is a new fight. Forget the other fight. This is a new fight. I will make the adjustments necessary to not get caught like that and to not take unnecessary knockdowns like that. On the other hand, we got Whyte kind of training to box on the outside, but then at the same time saying, from the first bell, I'm going to put hurt on this man. If you do that, that's fine. You will end up on the floor because you're not going to win the inside exchange. You will not win it. You didn't win it last time. You won't win it again. It's that simple, because you'll walk onto one. And if you decide to push Povetkin back, he's just going to throw that fucking overhand. He'll throw the overhand and you walk onto it, because that jab is down here, man, on the chest. And you still haven't fixed it.
Nope. Lazy jabs too. You know, going through the motions again. Then we got a Cito X in the thing. He said Crawford is a hype job. Look, Cito X, I don't care if Crawford is a hype job or not, but guess what? We might not even ever get to know who's a hype job in boxing, because we ain't getting the fights that we want to see. You see what I'm saying? We're not getting Earl ain't budging, Crawford ain't budging. They not making no serious, you know, negotiations. They not talking behind the scenes with each other. They're not trying to get the ball rolling to make the fight or anything like that. I mean, what do you think it is? Do you think them going back and forth is just them saying, hey, no time to make the fight right now? It's better off to wait until later so we can get fans and start getting the ball rolling and, you know, marinate this motherfucker a little bit. I don't give a fuck who's a hype job out of Earl and Crawford. I want to see the fights that I want to see. And I'm not about to pick a side with these guys, because at the end of the day, really, to tell you the truth, they both fucking us out of this fight. We can sit up over here and go through the paperwork on who did what numbers and all this thing and blah blah whoop. But I'm not about to justify why I'm not seeing the fight. I'm not about to do that. That's absurd. That's extremely fucking absurd. And as far as these negotiations in boxing and we're supposed to be boxing fans. We're supposed to be boxing fans. We're not supposed to be worried about these guys getting all this damn money. We gave it to them, yeah. We give them money. But at the end of the day, we're supposed to be boxing fans. So when is it all of a sudden we're supposed to start enabling these guys to talk this type of A-side mess and this bullshit on social media and not be serious about giving us the fights that we want to see? Do you think they give a damn? Do you think Earl or Crawford give a damn that we not getting that fight? No, they don't. Because if they did, they would do whatever they got to do to make the fight. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck because they did. They wouldn't be saying, nobody be saying 60-40 or 70-30. Nobody be saying that shit out here on Front Street trying to make somebody else look bad. Trying to make somebody else bend at the knee and all that shit. They do what they got to do to make the fight. Everybody, they both want that Manny Pacquiao fight. How you gonna get a Manny Pacquiao fight when you two can't even fight? To put some worth on your name. How you supposed to get all these other big fights when you two ain't putting no worth behind your name by fighting each other? That's what's gonna bring the fans gravitating to these fights and calling for these shits to be made. Yeah, Canelo's out here being able to do what he want to do because he ended up getting the following. He ended up fighting a couple of strategic good fights. I mean, I don't blame him for doing what he's doing. I don't like it, but what would I do if I was in Canelo's shoes? I don't know. I'd probably say fuck y'all fans too. Because some of us is too fucking, we wishy-washy. One day we a Earl fan, the next day we a Crawford fan. One day we a AJ fan, the next day we a Tyson Fury fan. We too wishy-washy and too messy. Now, Black Star goes on. Black Star Sports TV 2 says, one more fight like Earl saying, we will see who wants to fight because Bud next up, just like he told him in 2018. You see? I don't know what the deal is. But back to Dillian Whyte versus Alexander PED. Well, they both PEDs, so it's the battle of the juicers. I hope there's been some piss tests going on for this. Shit, I don't know. There's been any piss tests going on. Maybe Alexander Povetkin was able to, use some of that meldoniums and shit. I don't know.
I forgot to say as well that Dillian needs to hold him and lean on him on the ropes to get the old man tired, get him tired, go back to the middle of the ring and get long and get side on, right? So you can't get hit with those short shots. Do not be willing to back up. I just find it so funny how Povetkin is able to just walk into range. Like, he's literally able to walk up to Dillian Whyte's chest and just unleash without any setup. And that's a problem on Whyte's part. He's not making him pay with anything. And when he does, he loads up. But yeah, back to what you were saying, piss test. What, in Gibraltar?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't trust it.
But and the Gibraltar thing is just like one of those things. Is like, why you put the fight there? Like, who it's just like, why you put the fight there? Once again, even if people could in small capacity, they couldn't see the fighter. Where maybe that's where they're able to get the most money bang for their buck at. But like you said, I'm okay with that. Some people ain't okay with all the hugging and shit, but hey, that's within the legal rules of boxing. I mean, yeah, the ref will break you up and stuff like that, but if he ain't pulling no points and shit, it's not like you illegally rabbit punching somebody or something like that, So yeah, hold that motherfucker. Lean on him. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The motherfucker, what is he? 41 now? He's 41 years old. It's like, how much juice has he got in the tank coming in these fights against these young guys like this? And Dillian Whyte landed some good body shots. I mean, they both did, but I think Dillian Whyte kind of, because he was jumping into some of them and landed them. I think he kind of got the better with that aspect, but it's not like it deterred Alexander Povetkin from fighting his game plan or anything. So
can you imagine if Povetkin knocks him out with a fucking straight right?
I'm thinking that's what is coming. I'm telling you. I'm thinking.
I'm watching the actual fight right now, and I just see little openings here and there where Dillian slips a punch and he drops his hand and like he doesn't move. There it is again. Yep, that was the one. I can't put it up though because YouTube will probably block it. But the point being is that it's a dangerous fight for both guys, but it's more dangerous for Whyte, in my opinion. And to me, dude, the denial. Credit to him, he landed the punch. What do you mean he landed the punch? It was set up, fool. You got set up with the fucking punch, and you were knocked the fuck out.
He didn't see it coming.
Except that the ref didn't count, because the ref didn't count. He didn't even fucking count to 2.
It was almost like when Dillian Whyte saw him coming, it was like as soon as he stepped to the side, he was still looking where Povetkin was at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was still looking straight forward, and he took his eye off of him, and he didn't see it. I don't think he saw it coming.
No, but you see, dude, he does not react well. Like I said, dude, Povetkin, we can't say he's fast, really. Even though he looked pretty quick in the public workout, he's not fast. He used to be, but not anymore. But if you give Dillian Whyte a bit of angles, a bit of movement, and a bit of speed, combine that a bit, he won't see it coming. He does not do well to that reactive type of scenario where it's like, oh, shit, where is it? He doesn't react well. That's how he gets caught.
Yeah, because like what I saw is that, Alexander Povetkin, he could get in the inside, throw like 1-2 punches, throw like 1 or 2 punches, and then kind of slide back for a counter because he's going to throw that left hook. He's going to throw that left hook. He got to slip that left. That's the only thing. That's that thing. He got to slip that left hook. He slipped that left hook. It's a wrap.
Yep.
It's a wrap because he tried going to the body in the inside, but he left his other side exposed, and he got hit with Dillian Whyte's left hook. But the thing about it is, he had his hand up, but he had his Alexander Povetkin had his hand like by his chin. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have his hand up all the way, and that's why I say it's like this dude. He tries to mimic Mike Tyson because he's got all black on. He's throwing the hooks and the uppercuts, right? But he doesn't have that aggressive head movement because Mike, he used to, every now and again you would see him. He had put both of his hands, but like his knuckles on his chin. But then when you like really look at it, he got his hands by his ears. You know what I'm saying? He's bobbing and weaving.
He changed hand position. Povetkin can do that. I do think with the older age, it is harder to be like that. But he does not have to do it like religiously. He just needs to do it from time to time. Because there's times he can go in and, have his hands up and then let his shots go. And then there's times where he will need to move the head because Whyte's got to just pump that jab. Because that's the best thing he has at long range. In fact, that's the only thing he has at long range. That jab that drops down to the chest.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Maybe if he was, a lot younger, he could probably do that. But slipping that motherfucker with a leaping left hook. Dillian Whyte, what are you gonna do? That's what I would do. I would throw that motherfucker and hug him right there if I miss. I mean, what is he gonna do? I don't think Dillian Whyte can see half the punches Povetkin throw anyways.
Oh no, dude, like he couldn't see the fucking overhand. And that punch wasn't even thrown much. But he was getting hit on the fucking shoulder hard. If Povetkin just adjusts the distance on that, he lands it clean. Sorry, got a phone call.
Oh, I thought that was that cricket again. Thought it was that cricket again. That boy got a cricket at the crib, terrorizing his ass. Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, maybe I'm. I am skeptical about the age of Alexander Povetkin, but he could do a little. I think he could do a little bit better with his defensive game plan. I think he needs a little bit more oomph in his step with that. Shedding these punches and slipping these punches and just overall just head movement. I think he could do a lot better with that. Watching the fight, Alexander Povetkin did not look the fastest he's ever been. He didn't. You can, like Watcher said, it did kind of look like Father Time kind of peeked his head out and said, "Hey, hello, I'm here, Father Time. Time for you to slow your old ass down." You know what I'm saying? So
that was a phone call from the commission. They both tested positive.
Damn.
Yeah, slowing down, man, happens. But what do you do? It's like how you adjust to it. Like I said, dude, he ain't going the fucking distance with Dillian. He's not. He has that killer mindset. I don't know if Dillian has the killer mindset. He has the brawler mindset, but are you actually willing to end it? Because you couldn't do it last time. Remember, dude, Povetkin got hurt early in the fourth. What the hell happened those other 2 minutes? You had that time.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't get it done. You couldn't get it done.
Well, I'm just trying to take my time. That's what he said.
What? You had fucking 2 minutes, dude. That's a long ass time for a 41-year-old who's just been stunned by a fucking hammer fist, who's tired as well as you are.
Yeah.
And then you hesitate when you throw the right hand on the top of his fucking head. Are you crazy? Finish the fucker. But no, I'm gonna go to sleep instead.
Yeah, that was not the best look for him. But yeah, I think Dillian Whyte, I think that's what it is right there. That fix that jab, man. Fix that jab and make Povetkin pay for coming in, trying to get to the inside. Fix the jab and make him pay. Every single time you come in, you got to have something. Make this dude pay, make him back up. Because if you really want to win by points and shit like that, you got to make this guy pay.
Yeah, and don't just rely on the fucking don't do this. Don't jab, right? And then wait for him to come in and then trade and then repeat. No. Because it's a 50-50. I'm getting the better of it at long range, but let's do 50-50 on the inside. Really, it's not 50. It kind of is 50-50 on the inside, but Povetkin lands the cleaner stuff, in my view. But it's like, if Povetkin does not rush and remains patient, he will find the shot eventually. If Whyte keeps it long, holds him, tucks that forearm under his chin, and is able to make him pay from long range, not inside and trading, long range and mid-range, then he can win. And he can either secure a stoppage where he can find a big shot, or he can get a points decision win. Do I think he can box for 12 rounds? No. He gets caught far too much, and when he's tried that with less skilled and experienced people like Oscar Rivas and Chisora, he's had life and death with them. And Chisora is not young.
What you saying?
And Chisora is not young either. That's another older guy.
Ain't nobody. Ain't none of these guys. People can. Yeah, G5 Jeff TV. Yeah, Povetkin. He said Povetkin is dangerous as hell. Can't rush a guy like that and be reckless even when he hurt. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying, that with Dillian Whyte is he can't be perfect for 12 rounds, so you got to figure out something. You can't, and we saw it. He literally took. How you take your eyes off a man that's right in front of you? That's literally right in front of you. Alexander Povetkin literally took the he just like literally walked towards Dillian. He like literally was just walking towards him, and then he scooted. Alexander Povetkin walks his way into the inside, steps to the left, and bam. And it wasn't even. It wasn't fast. It was subtle. It was the slowest two-step I ever seen in my life.
The amount of confidence he gets from that within the fight, I'm gonna step to your ass and knock you the fuck out. And then in the rematch, it's like, I can step to you any fucking way I want, as slow as I want. and do the fucking same thing with any punch I want. Yeah? And then, if Dillian decides to jab and fall in love with the jab and just keep fucking jabbing and jabbing and jabbing, will he get tired then? You see? This is why the weight fucking matters. Because when you plan to go 12, come in shape to go 12. Or no, not to go 12, to go more than 12, right? Because you're going to have different bursts of energy throughout. So, again, I can't wait for the fucking... man, the two most exciting things is the fight, and just below that is the fucking weigh-in. Because I'm going to fucking roast him if he comes in heavy, dude.
Yeah,
Claiming that you've trained hard for this. This is the biggest fight of my career, and then you come in heavier.
Dillian Whyte gonna come in. Dillian Whyte gonna come in like Andrew Ruiz with a shirt on to weigh in.
Yeah, see, that will tell it all. And look, you got fucking news articles saying Dillian Whyte's body transformation. Dude, I don't give a fuck about putting lighting and yeah, he did look heavy, G5 Jeff TV. He looked fucking heavy, and he's trying to hide it with the clothes. It just makes you look bigger anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the point being is, I don't give a fuck about an Instagram photo of some filters and some fucking contrast editing on the picture on Instagram or whatever. I don't care about that. I want to see it. When Sky Sports put that fucking broadcast on, I am the #1 fan in a few hours' time when that weigh-in happens. Because I'm going to be looking at him. And he looks like he's got tits, to be honest. He says he loves boobs. Well, you got a fucking pair of boobs, dude. You got a pair of them. You had a pair of them in the fucking VAC fight. Dude, he looks like he's in the Joseph Parker fight again.
See, G5 saying he looked 260. I'm saying if Whyte comes in 260 plus,
man, even if he's not out like cold like last time, let's just say he gets knocked down and he has to get up. 260 is a lot of fucking man to haul up that canvas. You got to be fucking strong enough to even lift yourself up if you get knocked down. See, you got to be clever with this stuff, man. Be smart in training camp with your conditioning. Don't just work hard and leave it all in the gym. I've been knocking out sparring partners, this and that. These sparring partners are not Olympic gold medalists. These sparring partners are fucking nobodies. So it doesn't matter what you do it in the fight. Then you can brag.
Yeah, I think knocking out sparring partners is like one of the dumbest things ever to say. Like, what did you learn from them?
Ego.
What are you learning from them? Like, what are you guys working on? You guys they supposed to be mimicking this fighter, and you shouldn't be in there to knock the motherfucker out, but you should be in there to learn how to fight your fucking opponent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you want to get some real live work in, 100% work in every now and again. But what are you learning from knocking everybody out in sparring? Daniel Dubois didn't learn nothing from knocking all these dudes out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't learn how to. You should be working how to slip a jab and how to keep this dude from walking, just finding the way to get in towards your chest.
Dude, his fucking ego is through the fucking roof for this fight. And I can hear it in his interviews. You've been knocking these sparring partners out. Who the fuck have you been knocking out? The guys that you manage? Fabio Wardley, have you been knocking him out? Have you been knocking Alan Babbage out? These fucking guys from Miguel's gym, who a few of them I know as well. You've been knocking them out, huh? Fuck that. That's dumb. Work with them. Yes, you can go hard and get the work in. But don't be a dumbass about it and brag. See, I don't even believe that shit. I don't believe anything this fucking dude says, to be honest. I think the smartest thing he's done this week is not talk about his weight.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, shit. I mean, like, this is what I tell people is like, I don't box. I play semi-pro football. I play defensive back. Obviously, if you look at the picture, you get the drift. I'm 34 years old, right? And I'm still out here balling, Some people on my team think I run a 4.2. Some people think I run a 4.3. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is, I tell the wide receivers every practice to whoop my motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why that is that if I'm not getting my ass whooped in practice, the next practice, I'm not going to learn anything. You see what I'm saying? So not only also on my football team, what I'm doing is when I see the wide receivers doing the wrong thing and letting their routes be known and stuff like that, I show them, it's like, hey man, you showing me your route. You know what I'm saying? You're showing me your route when you do this. You showing me when I'm on you on the line and man, I'm pressing you. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands moving. You know what I'm saying? At all times. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm running with them, I do things and I talk to them at the same time to make sure that they think that they always thinking, because because everything is relatable. When you on a football field, yeah, it's a team sport, but it's the same thing with boxing. You can't get fucking relaxed and take your eye off the ball, and you can't get relaxed and take your eye off your fucking opponent. You gotta always be thinking, and a lot of people think that shit is hard. You got to work the 1 to the 2. Then you got to look at the quarterback. You got to backpedal. You got to keep your angle right. You got to keep him from getting in the inside at the same time. You got to fight for these run plays. You got to fight for these screens and all these things. You got to learn how to communicate with your linebacker to switch. The switch when the guys go inside. You got to learn how to communicate with the guy when you want to let one person go, when you're in a certain coverage, when you want to take a guy. Is people keep saying that this is just people keep saying you can't play boxing. You can say whatever the fuck you want to, because guess what? None of these motherfucking fighters figured it out. None of these fucking fighters figured out the basic fucking fundamentals. When you come at the basic thing, me as a boxing fan, not a fighter, not a boxer, that I've been seeing since I've been watching boxing, is countless motherfuckers getting in the ring out of shape. That's just what it is. Countless bad fucking footwork, countless ass horrible motherfucking jabs, countless ass motherfuckers don't even know how to keep motherfuckers from getting up off of them, don't know when to hold. How you a professional boxer, you getting your ass whooped, and you turn your goddamn back and you running.
I knocked out everyone in sparring. I did this, I did that. You got knocked the fuck out last time. And are you taking steps to get better or not? You got these people fucking being yes men around you, saying, oh, your jab is like Lennox Lewis. What in the fuck? Where the fuck are you at? Where are you? Man, dude, I don't fucking understand. I really don't.
He couldn't hold him to his jock strap.
Dude, that's what it is. And if he loses his fight, you know me, I'm going to fucking roast him. I'm going to go in. I think all of us will. Loz can do a show and get everyone the fuck on and fucking talk about it. If he wins, hey man, may the best man win. That's good for you. I'll assess the fight. But I tell you what, dude, if he wins a fucking dodgy decision, I don't know what I'll say. If
it's dodgy decision, I'm sorry, but it got to be best 2 out of 3. It just doesn't sit right when somebody wins and then you win and then you get to run off. You ain't gonna. They don't have nothing else. Nobody. Who else they gonna have to fight after this? You know what I'm saying? What they gonna go and fight some? Yeah, okay. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Don't nobody want to see that. Nobody want to see old Pity Pat. He worse than Big Baby Miller with them pity pats.
Man, if he fought Whyte would fucking time that hook perfect. He'd leave his hands out there doing that tippy-tappy shit. Whyte would just fucking come under it, boom, smack him.
Hit him with that. Oh, you get 360 spin and all. I'd jump in the air with my uppercut and do a 360 spin, and he had still landed on that dude.
Man, he better fucking win this fight. I'm telling you, look at Eddie Hearn. He's ready to fucking send him back and say,
Edward Hearn got obviously Edward Hearn got the best confidence in him, because with everybody else, he said his man's going to win and stuff like that. Edward Hearn, hey, CSH Combat Sports, what's going on, coach? What's happening? Edward Hearn was like, well, this fight is going to end well, this fight mate is going to end in a devastating knockout. I could see this fight going either way, but I'm edging for Dillian Whyte. Like, where's all the confidence at? Where's all the confidence at? I don't get it. I don't.
You got no faith in your fighter? Maybe you shouldn't have taken this rematch. Maybe this isn't the fight that Dillian should have taken. If you were confident, maybe you just come out and say, I think Whyte gets it done this time. I think he gets the knockout. If he's just switched on for this fight, and he gets the knockout. No, it's got to be fucking split down the middle. All of a sudden, Edward Hearn, Mr. on the fucking fence, huh? But I'm edging Dillian. You shouldn't be edgy. You should be fucking saying he's going to get his revenge and this and that, which he fucking better get his revenge.
Man.
I'm telling you, dude, the whole weight thing, like G5 Jeff TV, like I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that. He looks around 260 because I followed him and I know by looking at him around how much he could be weighing. I could be wrong on this one, but I've been right so far on my other ones. His bigger fights anyway.
Yeah, Joseph Parker. He came in at 258 and some change and a couple of ounces. And look how he looked. He looked like Big Titty. You know what I'm saying? Now he rocking the shirt saying I like big tits. It's seeming like he's trying to. I don't know. I don't think that Dillian Whyte likes. I don't think all the stuff. I just think that he's trying to mask the funk. He's trying to mask the funk, and the funk is that he got his ass whooped in his last motherfucking fight. Yeah, he could say that he was winning all the rounds and stuff like that, but it didn't appear that Alexander Povetkin came in that fight to outscore you, because he's damn for sure didn't show that he was trying to outscore you. He showed that he was trying to knock you out, and that's the reason why we in a predicament that we in right now. I just think that he's masking the phone. He don't want to be, he don't want to admit to it. He don't want to admit to it in the public. Damn for sure. That's what it seems. That's one thing that it shows. He don't want to admit to the public what happened in that fight. Because to him, I don't think it matters. I think for him, I think that he has a lot of weight on his shoulder to come up over here and to win. And with all that weight on your shoulder and stuff like that, did he use that as motivation in the gym? Did he take that uppercut on the chin to losing against a 40-year-old man? That's probably not even half the man that he was back in. Imagine him fighting a 10-year ago, Alexander Povetkin.
Well, dude, in 2018, he said, this is what Dillian said in fucking Feb. I think April 2018, right? When Povetkin was, getting his shot with Joshua down the line. He's like, all you need is a good jab to beat Povetkin. Well, my friend, does that good jab consist of leaving it at the chest? And I make a big deal of it because that shit matters, man. The fucking technique matters. Because then you get caught with shots and you lose the fights, right? Povetkin separated himself in that fight. It was do or die. He said, you got to stop me and prevent me from winning, or I'm going to knock you out and end it. And he fucking ended it. And he can do it again. And if Dillian Whyte comes in fucking heavy, and again, look at Carlos Takam, okay? As an example, right? He throws volume in most of his fights. He fucking brawls. And he's a heavy guy. When he tried exchanging the hooks with Povetkin had that fucking right hand up at his temple, at his chin. Takam didn't. Both land. One goes on the glove, one goes on the chin, and Takam gets sent to the fucking shadow realm. You can't do the shit with him on the inside like that. Michael Hunter is a good example. At long range, he made the motherfucker pay, and he pressed him and kept his punches long. And when he fucking got held, when Povetkin held him, he made him pay on the inside. He hit him in the fucking ribs. He tried to create some little uppercuts, some straight uppercuts, right? And Povetkin, you know, he did well to rally in that fight. But the point is, you look at Hunter, he did it right from long range. He fucking jumped on his ass, but kept it long. And yes, he got a bit impatient at times, but his defense is better. So he didn't get caught with no silly shit. And so then that's what Whyte needs to do. He needs to not back up so willingly. You look at Michael Hunter, he didn't back up willingly. He fucking stood in the middle and he's like, right, this is my fucking ring. I'm in control here. And that's that confidence. Does Dillian have that confidence? I don't know if he does have that confidence. Because all I see is denial. That's all I see. We got people around him fucking saying it's a lucky punch. His own brother or some relative of
whatever that dude is.
Yeah. You know? Why don't you focus on fixing that shit as well? Rather than knocking out your sparring partners. You know why? Because he's feeding that fucking ego. It's that ego shit again. And it's going to bite him in the ass hard.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Shoot. You going to sleep, Dillian. I should make a song on that like Corey Holcomb.
Hey, when Povetkin beat him, I remember that video you put up. And you're like, I'm the mandatory. You got knocked the fuck out.
because it's dumb though, because the whole thing was about that, and it was, you know, during the fight they talking about the shit and they getting the facts wrong. They don't want to, they don't want to say the whole damn spiel on what really went down, and then he gets fucking caught on the fucking chin. It's just like, it was like everybody just had that look like they was in panic mode. Like, oh shit, like what the fuck did we do now? You fucked everything up. Like, I'm telling you, if Dillian Whyte would have won that fight, they probably would have moved on and tried to make a filler Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte again. They had plans for that boy if he was to win, but he didn't do it. And now look at him. He's still, I'm telling you, if he's content on using that same, like his jab can nothing about Dillian Whyte, nothing about Alexander Povetkin nothing should be the same about these guys. They should have something else about them in this fight to make fans know and think that, hey, these fighters can get better. These fighters are the goods. These fighters are all that, because if they coming in this fight the same shit, I don't want to hear about no masterful cast boxing abilities and all this other shit, and you know all that shit. Because really, to tell you the truth, what did he beat? He outboxed a man that wasn't even trying to outbox you, that was trying to knock your ass, trying to knock your head off. Of course you're going to win fucking rounds. Of course you're going to win all the rounds with somebody trying to knock you out.
Yeah. Do these fucking people forget that the fight only went for 5 rounds? Not even a full 5 rounds, dude. Like, it only went for 5 rounds. And there was nip and tuck in some of those rounds. And there were setups being made. It's like, if Whyte wins the decision, I don't want to hear masterclass. What the fuck is that talk? Look, dude, the only time I've seen him, look at when he tried to box on the outside with Rivas. He was getting hit. He got dropped. And he loses focus. He gets complacent. He's like, I'm winning. This is it. Boom. Pow. Knocked out. Boom. Sucker. You see? You got to win, man. Don't turn your back as well.
I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it is.
No.
I think it's going to be a good fight, and you know, like I said earlier, I think Dillian has everything to fucking. He got more on the line. No, Alexander Povetkin got more on the line, but you know, Dillian Whyte still has, you know, this thing of, you know, getting a heavyweight shot pretty time soon here, like maybe 2022 and shit. But he damn for sure ain't gonna get that if he loses into a while, you know. But Alexander Povetkin, he loses, you know. It's a wrap, dude.
You know, I think it will be a good fight. I can't fucking wait. I really do want to do a live commentary on it because I want to give my live reaction out when doing it. But it's more authentic that way. But again, we got to see, man, who made the adjustments.
I want to see the winner fight Michael Hunter.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
I want to see the winner fight Michael Hunter. Like, you know, Alexander Povetkin and Michael Hunter, they got a thing going on. Dillian Whyte got a thing going on by way of he ain't gonna have who else he's gonna fight if you know with his status. You know, I know a lot of people are clamming on that the WBC is going to call for Deontay Wilder to fight the guy, but Deontay Wilder don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? He could fight Wilder. I mean, AJ or Fury. If they fight happens to happen because that's the fan fucking interest. He doesn't fucking need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Give these other guys a time to get their shit, and they could take this guy as a voluntary. They could take Wilder as a voluntary if things are going to Wilder's favor. But at the end of the day, you know, hey, you know, that'd be the best thing for the WBC is get these guys to stop ducking these other fighters. It shouldn't be the same fighters in the same pool every single time an interim title or something comes up. It's the same dudes. They just been getting repurposed.
Oh, the fucking diamond belt was on the line. Man, fucking yeah. What was Dillian saying over a year ago? He was saying, "I'm the real WBC champion," and then a fucking minute later, he's saying, "No, you know, I got the interim belt." And you know what I mean? Like that's what that shit does, man. Like it brings on that delusion, you know. And then they start believing the own shit they say, and then they lose, and then they make excuses. Lucky punch. It was lightning word strike twice. Yeah, we'll fucking see, Lamar. We'll see, dude. We will fucking see. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Should be a good one.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think I got football practice, so I'm gonna try to fucking squeeze some time in and watch this fucking bullshit because, like I said, man, I think if Dillian Whyte pulls it off, man, you know that's good for him, man. But to see his ass get knocked out again, that's a big bummer, you know especially if he comes in here looking like Andrew Ruiz, man.
Nah, but dude, like for me, man, if he looked like this like a month ago or 2 months ago, I wouldn't have like been this vocal about it. But it's like fucking 3 days until the fight.
Yeah, he knew it was coming. He knew this fight was coming.
Like, the fight is here. It's happening.
He knew this fight was coming for a very long time. He even got a break with
yes, you got a fucking break because the dude apparently got COVID. So hold on a minute. September, October, November.
Yeah.
November was cancelled. December, Jan, Feb, and then you had the whole of March. You had fucking you had 7 months pretty much. Just under 7 months.
I mean, he could have dieted. I mean, he could have got a bicycle, learn how to do that shit. He could have done a lot of fucking shit, you know, to easy things, you know, just not to be, you know, overweight. Like, what are you doing? Like, I wouldn't, you know, you don't have to work. Like, what are you fucking doing? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do nothing but just show up to the gym and you already looking. I just hope he doesn't come in here 260 plus. I just hope. I'm not trying to bash this dude. I'm not bashing Dillian Whyte. I know a lot of this shit I got to say seems like is all on him and everything. But at the end of the day, I want to see these fighters do better. Like I don't want to see these bum of the month, two sloppy fat motherfuckers, a senior citizen versus a diabetes patient. I don't want to see that shit.
I want to see you come in shape and give it your fucking best. That's what I want to see. I don't want you coming in at fucking I don't want you coming in heavier. Because remember, he wasn't even that light last time. He was still fucking heavy. I don't want you coming in heavier, brother. To do this right here and then end up losing. And then say, oh, I wasn't in shape. You fucking had 7 months to get in shape. And you look the same as you did in fucking July 2018. Make that shit make sense.
They should just do the weigh-in right now.
Yeah, do it now. Get out the way. He'll blow up a bit anyway overnight. He'll put on a couple pounds. You know?
Just give me the fucking weigh-in right now and let's get it over with, because at the end of the day, you know, them titties gonna come out.
I got a feeling, dude, between 257 and 260. To me, that is too fucking heavy for him.
What's the fight that he came in the best shape?
Oh, mate, we're talking years ago. Brown, maybe?
That's horrible.
Brown or not? What was Hellenius? Let me see.
Dillian Whyte came in 247 against Anthony Joshua.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one, because he looked much smaller then. And maybe one of the first Chisora fight, maybe. And then, you know, there's other bum fights in between. Yeah.
You know
but
what?
Definitely the Joshua fight. He came in small for that one. And he had fucking energy to throw combinations.
What it says, 17 stone, 9 pounds.
What's
fucking, that?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I heard that, Cricket. 247. And then you said, what was the other? Oh, Lucas Brown.
He was bigger for Brown, though.
He came in at 254.
Yeah, no, I came in heavier for that one. But see, the knockout was early, so we didn't get to see down the stretch.
Yeah, but that fight should never happen either. That fight, that Lucas Brown, he's like, I know he probably loves the box and stuff like that, being in the limelight and stuff. But you know what, homie? You know, you ain't got nothing in you no more.
Nah, man, what ended him? That's for sure.
Oh, he's still boxing, but
well, I mean, at that level, I guess. But you know, like again, you know, I talk about all the other factors, dude. That weight for me is one of the bigger ones. Come in shape, dude. Do not disappoint. Do not disappoint. And what's funny is, like, I want to know what the team think as well. Like, is this acceptable to them? Do they accept this weight? If it turns out,
fuck yeah.
Yes, man.
Oh, okay. So Lucas Brown is fighting on the 21st next month against a Paul Gowden who's 10-0.
Yeah, he's a fucking rugby. That guy's a rugby player here. Yeah. I'm not watching that.
How old is this motherfucker? He's 39. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Well, he started kind of late.
Yep.
Damn, this motherfucker fought Mark Hunt, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He fought an old ass Mark Hunt. Oh yeah, I think I did see that fight. That was that fight Mark Hunt. Like he didn't have like no boxing, no nothing. He can't box. Mark Hunt, he's a UFC, he's a pride fighter.
Oh my god. Hey.
Ain't that right?
Yeah. He's retired from MMA. Look at this, look, they put the weigh-in thing on the Sky Sports channel. They got a fucking picture of Dillian Whyte from the Joseph Parker fight on the front, on the thumbnail.
Sky Sports?
Yeah, look, I'll put the link in the private chat if you want.
Yeah, let me take a peek at that.
If you look at Dillian Whyte's interviews, right, the chin area looks the same with that fucking beard.
Oh, you're talking about the YouTube channel, because I went to their website.
Yeah, the channel.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, because they got Joseph Parker in the background. Yeah. He always, and why is Dillian Whyte always wearing them fucking OJ gloves? Like, what's up with that? He always got gloves on and shit. Like he don't want to get his dick beaters dirty or something.
Nah, dude, that's for the Diana Bowl, so it doesn't get on his fingers.
He's sweating that shit out. But that's what they
I
say.
wouldn't be
Like
surprised. That fucks your body up.
he took it. Oh, you know what? Okay. So what fight? No. Wait a minute. Yeah. I think you're right because he got that blonde fucking beard.
Yeah, he didn't dye it ginger this time, but it looks the fucking same. Like it looks like his physically it looks the same. To me, dude, like he just looks fucking bigger, man. He really does. And that to me is a red signal. And I warn these fans of Dillian. I said, look, watch out for it. You know, but that fucking ginger beard was the worst.
Yo, you right. That's from the Joseph. That's a picture from the Joseph Parker fight.
Yeah, it is. It's in that was at the weigh-in from the Joseph Parker fight.
Oh, they must know.
They probably do, man. Hey, there's a weigh-in before the weigh-in. That's why sometimes Dillian is in a bad mood. Because he looks at the weight and he's like, fuck, you know? And the same thing.
Wow. These fucking sneaky ass cunts. What they say in the UK? Fucking cheeky bastard.
Yeah. You cheeky bastard.
They couldn't use the. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see. Dillian Whyte. Let's type in Dillian Whyte. Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin. Right. Let's see how he looked. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't use this one. He looked better.
I put one in the private chat. You can see.
Oh, they tripping.
Yeah, they must know. They must have like talked to the team as well and said, "Oh, what do you think he's weighing in at and everything."
They seen him.
They've seen him. They fucking know what he looks like. Like, I will put this one up. He looks the fucking same, dude. It's hilarious. Oh god, no way.
Dillian Whyte weighed 252 versus Alexander Povetkin, right? He weighed he looked better against Joseph Parker, and he weighed 18. Okay. Oh. Right there. He weighed 258 versus Joseph Parker. So something ain't adding up here. We're gonna see. Okay, you said you sent the thing in the private chat. So let me take a gander at this. Get a little gander. Okay, what we got here? We got some commercials popping up, which I don't want to see. I don't care for commercials on YouTube.
Hey, bold Dillian Whyte is undefeated.
Bald Dillian Whyte is undefeated. Yeah, you know what? He probably may be. When did he get that fucking gold tooth though?
No, that's a replacement for Povetkin when he knocked his fucking teeth out.
He made his teeth clap. He like,
yeah, that was part of the bongo drum set.
I don't know if you ever been hitting somebody made your teeth clap, but shit, his teeth clap.
Yeah, it hurts. It's not nice.
And why does he talk out of the side of his mouth like that?
Dude, don't you understand? Povetkin's gonna fucking knock him out with the left hook. That will straighten up his jaw. That crooked jaw. Man, this is a weird fight. Gibraltar, here we come.
Damn. I straight right.
Dude, I found something else that was fucking funny. There was a thing on Matchroom Boxing's Instagram where Edward Hearn was doing the announcement. Like, you know how the flight attendants or the captain like speaks?
Yeah,
He
I
was
saw that
speaking.
shit.
Yeah. Did you see Pavekin's fucking reaction?
Nah.
he was just like looking down and then he looked up. It was so awkward. He didn't give a shit what Eddie was saying.
Nobody. I don't. I'd be like, man, if y'all don't get this fucking flight in the air, like let's get this shit rolling. You know, we can do this shit while we in the air. Fucking buckle up. Fucking.
That'd be funny.
If this shit falls down,
Dillian would be really falling over then.
He's gonna get fucking. I think he's gonna get that straight right to that fucking gold tooth of his.
Man.
then I'm gonna be right there to fucking pocket it and go fucking pawn that shit.
Hey, fucking get that Gibraltar coin that he's got as well. You know that coin that he got?
Oh my god, that shit! It doesn't even look like him.
He's put that on as his profile picture now as well.
No,
Yeah,
on Twitter,
on his Instagram as well.
He's a fucking idiot. They made him look like fucking Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah,
they really Alexander Povetkin. Yeah, that kind of looks like him, but that shit with Dillian Whyte, that's nothing to be proud of. Get rid of that shit. Get rid of that shit. That shit ain't that shit worthless. Everybody's gonna just buy that shit and melt it down anyways.
I'll tell you what will make it right? Win the fight.
Yeah.
Just win.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't think he is. I think he's gonna catch that straight right. He's gonna go to fucking sleep. And they can say whatever they want to, but I just don't have any confidence in Dillian Whyte anymore because he can't seem to get in the ring and be in shape. I have like no confidence. And people can bash me all day and bash me all night about it, but you know, at the end of the day, the motherfucker, if he doesn't get knocked out today, he's gonna get knocked out tomorrow. And that's just what it is. If he fights Wilder, wrap. It's a wrap. If he fights Michael Hunter, I think that's a wrap too. So, hell, who knows? You know, by a long shot, it'd be real funny if Joe Joyce knocks his ass out.
Oh yeah, Joyce puts a pace on you. You know.
Yeah, I think he'd beat Joe Joyce, but that definitely won't be a good look. You got to go. Yeah. Rod Sportsman Lee came in and said Dillian Whyte is a gatekeeper. Yeah, he's that's what he's on. If he loses, that's what he's going to be, a certified journeyman, right along with Derek Chisora.
Hey, they call him Chisora 2.0 now.
Oh yeah, that dude in the chat, he's showing up there. But what is the Derek Chisora 2.0? The journeyman. The journeyman. He's a yard fucking stick. That's what he is.
Oh man, he's doing another pay-per-view yet again.
It's going, I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't think it's going to do that good as what they think it's going to do. You know, people, you know, and that's another thing too. Is like, yeah, you're putting on these boxing shows, and everybody got to get paid, but they haven't been giving fans incentives to watch these fights. Like me, I would have fucking slashed the price. You have no fucking choice. You know, slash the fucking price. Try to get people to actually buy the fight and not stream it. Right? They don't want to do that. That's why they moved to Gibraltar. They want people to pay for this shit. You know, Edward Hearn is always out there shopping for site fees, so they probably did that to bring some tourists in, to bring some money in over there. But I don't think that shit's gonna work. They probably got some nice little women over there, man.
Maybe.
I wonder how they look over. Let me see. What is it called?
Gibraltar.
Yeah, how do you spell that shit?
Gib and then Rolter.
Yeah, let's see.
The weather's nice there. It's a beautiful place. It's just a shame someone's gonna get knocked out though.
Let's see. Let's type in bars. Got any bars out there? Discos or something. Type in something. Gibraltar, Spain, fans only. I guess that'll do it. Nah, it ain't showing shit. Yeah, it looks nice. They got monkeys on that motherfucking island or something. Oh, I ain't gonna say that. That'd have been fucked up. Yeah, I'd go pimp on some hoes out there. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is like Spain because they got prosciutto hanging up and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, it's a quiet place. I think when someone hits that canvas and does another bongo drum set, everyone on that fucking island will hear it.
They're gonna be like, this motherfucker started an earthquake.
They're like, who the fuck is this guy that's on the floor?
No, they probably like, who the fuck is Dillian Whyte?
Oh man.
They like Young Murph the Cut Man. What's happening? They like literally this dude is bringing a fight over there, and like people was like, who the fuck is Dillian Whyte? Like, oh, that's that dude that got knocked out.
Oh man.
They're gonna be like, he sure doesn't know how to go to sleep.
With that fucking gold tooth.
Yo, like, and he got that gold tooth and he talks out of the side of his mouth. This shit looks fucking hilarious. He looks like a fucking, because you know him and Dean White. He looks like a certified body snatcher right now. Like
Fucking name snatcher.
Yeah, like I don't give a. It's just, to me, it's just funny that this dude really thinks that just because he was winning the fight, that he just needs to. That's what it kind of seems like to me. He seems like just because he was winning rounds against this guy and he was winning the fight, that he's going to come in and fucking do the same thing all over again, but better. It's like, dude, Alexander Povetkin was coming in to knock you out. Like, he wasn't coming in to outbox you. And I'm telling you, it's probably gonna happen the same way, but I'm predicting it's gonna be a right motherfucking hand, clean, smooth to that gold tooth of Dillian Whyte's.
Oh, dude. Fucking imagine. Can you fucking imagine, like, straight down the pipe, boom? Or no, are you talking about straight right?
Yep.
Oh, imagine that, dude.
Because look, okay, remember the first fight, he was Alexander Povetkin was throwing that uppercut. Remember? He was throwing that uppercut. And then now in this one, he's throwing straight rights.
That's an adjustment.
He's throwing straight rights in the whatever, the workout for the fans and shit. He's throwing straight rights.
Yep.
And what is Dillian Whyte doing? Just sitting in the ring, just going through the motions. Like, yeah, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Yeah, just in the ring, pop, pop, pop. Move around, pop, pop, pop. Move around. Oh, almost lost my balance. Pop, pop, pop.
Oh, dude, he was losing his balance. He was throwing that hook and fucking not even looking at his coach.
Damn, they got some food out there in Gibraltar. I'm over there looking at the food. God damn.
Just make sure you got the right set of teeth to eat the food. Because I heard that knockouts happen and people lose their teeth, so they can't eat the good food there.
Lose their teeth. This motherfucker, I bet you he couldn't chew his food for like a week. I bet you that motherfucker had Dean White chewing his food for him.
Holy shit, dude. Look at it. Oh, dude, I found the most fucked up comment just now. You ready for this? The video I sent you, Dillian Whyte jokes about shaved head ahead of Povetkin fight. This fucking dude in the comments 4 hours ago said, "Marvelous Marvin would approve of the look. Always comes across as a no-nonsense, honest fella. Like him a lot. Wilder should take a look and learn how you should come back from a defeat. Good luck for Saturday, Dillian."
The fuck does that got to do with Hagler? What the fuck? Like, I don't understand. Like, people always try to interject like these great fighters of the past with these guys. Like, but it's at convenience that he wasn't gonna bring up Hagler. He brought up Hagler because he died untimely. But the fuck does Hagler got to do with Dillian Whyte? Nothing. A lot of fighters have took L's, getting knocked out, and got back in the ring and stuff like that. And came in there pretty good shape and all that stuff. Came in there ready to fight. Come back and get their belts back and stuff like that. But is that Dillian Whyte? What has Dillian Whyte shown that he's built from the same cloth with Marvin Hagler? A lot of these fighters say that. A lot of them. Name them. That they built from the same cloth. A lot of them.
I did see another comment though here. It said, every single interview I see, he's saying he's okay and he doesn't feel disheartened after his loss, even when the interviewer doesn't ask him that question. I think this shows that deep down he's worried, and I see him making another mistake and losing to Povetkin in similar fashion as last time. Could be right on that. I don't know what he's thinking, but
some of those comments people are making, man, I'm telling you, they better hope that Dillian Whyte does not get knocked out again, because it's just disgusting. Like, Deontay Wilder is not fighting because he's trying to get a third fight with Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury is trying to move on. So, people could bring up all the other stuff with Deontay Wilder and stuff, but right now we in March, and at the end of March and stuff like that, like, we have to literally deal with what the stuff is in front of us. Keep talking about Glovegate and all this other shit, and why Dillian Whyte is more of a man, or whatever the case may be, and than Deontay Wilder, because it is in the third, is beside your point, because Dillian Whyte might not win.
Yeah.
And why? Because he's been exhibiting, and this is the reason why I got the loss of confidence. He's been exhibiting that he gets in the ring and he does the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, and expecting different results. And every time he gets knocked out, it's by an uppercut. He can't defend it. Why? Maybe because he don't see him coming.
Yep. We're gonna also, obviously the weigh-in's gonna be telling, but Matchroom Boxing, you know how they put out the fight week stuff, like day 1, day 2, day 3, testing.
Yeah.
You know how they do the photo shoots? We're gonna see.
We're
gonna see those tits.
Yeah, yes, they is tits. Dean Whyte over there rubbing his hands together like this. Can't wait to get that motherfucker home.
He's like, "Oh, you gotta win, bruv. Just win the fight, bruv, yeah? And then we could go home."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, tell Dean Whyte to get up in there and spar with you, shit like that. He's a tough guy.
Hey, Dean confronted Lawrence Okoli, and he said, you didn't release the full sparring footage of you and Dillian. I think you've seen the clip of where Lawrence Okoli's like fucking him up in sparring. And Lawrence Okoli's like nodding his head like, yeah, dude, like that is the full footage. Like that's how sparring went. Like I beat your guy's ass in that gym. At his own fucking gym. You come down, we got to do hard sparring. Boom, you're on the fucking ropes getting fucking pieced up.
And I kind of don't like that shit. Like,
yeah, I don't like it either.
Like this guy, well, I don't like him releasing the footage either.
Yeah.
But, I don't like how Dean, whatever his last name is always walking around here like a tough guy. Like, nobody cares. Like, dude, you ain't no motherfucking enforcer. Like, you just a guy that wears a fucking fanny pack, that walks around with a t-shirt on there that says Team Dillian Whyte. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Now I know that's your whatever he is to you, your boyfriend or whatever the case may be. I don't know what the fuck y'all be doing on your own time. Oh, fucking chi-chi man. But at the end of the day, it's just like some pussy fight shit. Now, well, Lawrence ain't gonna do nothing. Right? You ain't gonna do nothing, but you just did it all just so you can just say, yeah, I pressed him. You already talked to him about it. Everybody already talked to him about it, how he was wrong about doing it. You already talked to him about releasing okay, Okay, put it like this then. How did he get the footage? Who was filming it? He was sparring, so how did he film it? Y'all didn't have no footage? You you didn't go ask nobody else to make sure they could give their 2 cents on how the sparring went. You didn't do that? Oh, because you know he got his ass whooped. He can't fuck with fighters that can move. I'm not saying Lawrence Okolie is the best mover in the ring and stuff like that, but he moves more than Alexander Povetkin, and Alexander Povetkin caught your ass with a slow ass fucking 2-step. It's like literally, it was like your fucking 70, 80, 90-year-old grandpa standing up and trying to dance. That's how slow it was. Yeah, boy, I remember that shit back in the days. I used to cut some rug. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't got half the moves that he got like he had back in. This dude needs to shut the fuck up. I can't wait to this fight, man. Win or lose. I think it's gonna be quite telling. If Dillian Whyte doesn't knock out Alexander Povetkin, I'm telling you, Dillian Whyte can't be saying shit about nobody else. He has to knock this guy out. Dillian Whyte has to knock out Alexander Povetkin, make Alexander Povetkin quit, make the towel come in. He has to fucking knock this guy out. Because he ain't outboxing Tyson Fury with that style. He ain't outboxing Anthony Joshua with that style. And he ain't outboxing Deontay Wilder with that style. He ain't outboxing Michael Hunter with that style. He got away with it by way of the ref and all the other shit with Oscar Rivas, but he could have got his ass out of there. And the same thing with Joseph Parker. He didn't outbox Joseph Parker with that style. He got lucky the ref called a fucking knockdown when it was a headbutt. So people, I'm not trying to do like no deadly triangle or anything like that, but the dude can't box. He throws a jab, he gets by with the jab because ain't nobody really fucking pressing the issue with this guy. And guess what the issue with Dillian Whyte is? It's his fucking chin. It's his fucking chin. It's his footwork. You can counter the guy. Damn, they food do look good out there, but they have a lot of cured meat out there. They must have a lot of high blood pressure out there on that little island. I see a lot of prosciutto and cured meat. Oh, they like oysters.
Yeah.
I mean mussels, not oysters, mussels. They got some mussels on here.
Fuck it, you suck. Dillian Whyte tells Eddie Hearn. He said to Eddie that he sucks.
Yeah. Well, if Dillian Whyte told Edward Hearn he sucks. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, Dillian Whyte better watch his manners because if he loses this fight, he's gonna be begging Edward Hearn for a fucking job.
Yeah.
Because who's he gonna fight next if he loses? And then you're gonna have to look. If Dillian Whyte loses, Dillian Whyte's gonna have to fight somebody, and who else better than it doesn't matter if Dillian Whyte loses, Alexander Povetkin wins. It doesn't matter. Somebody got to fight Michael Hunter.
Yep, you're gonna answer that call.
I don't want to hear no Kuzmins, no Bacoli. Oh my God. What's the name? Nathan Gorman. Nope. I don't want to hear that shit. I think Michael Hunter needs that breakout fight, and at least he's doing it. At least he found a way to make a Herkovic fight. I mean, but look at everybody else. What are they doing? Tommy Fury, he's going to end up getting knocked out. I'm telling you. He can have all the muscles in the world, but at the end of the day, he's going down.
Yeah, he is.
They don't have no chins in that family.
Man.
They don't have no fucking chins. Dillian Whyte ain't got a fucking. I think. You know what? Maybe Joe Joyce has the best chin out of those guys. Maybe it is Joe Joyce.
Maybe
it is. Somebody needs a fucking chin. Ain't no way in hell you a heavyweight boxer, and every time Anthony Joshua gets hit, he looks like one of those bobbleheads. Like one of the bobble. Every time he get hit, it's like got the little bobblehead thing going on.
Oh man, yeah. I don't think that's how Dillian will look on the weekend because what he'll do, he'll go stiff as an ironing board and then boom, straight there. Can you imagine though if it's like a delayed reaction? So straight right hand down the middle, and then it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, just nice and slowly, just.
Yeah, if that's the case, I think he's gonna get knocked out the fucking ring.
He almost did last time.
That'd be embarrassing. He gets knocked out the ring.
You know what makes it worse if he loses? He actually talked shit about Povetkin because Povetkin's a fucking nice guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who the fuck talks shit? Like, I don't even remember Wilder talking shit about Povetkin. You know, like everyone else, I've not heard any shit talk
until he popped. Until
he popped. But
I like how all those guys were saying it was like, well, Wilder was supposed to be there a month before and he never showed up. I was like, well, I read the bout agreement. It said 7 days.
Yeah.
It said 7 days before the fight. And I don't see any boxer out here trying to fight in Russia anyways, and it's for a fucking reason.
Yeah. I don't know why they're crying over that still. I mean, like, focus on your guy. Your guy is fighting this weekend, dude. It's on the fucking line. He has to win.
Well, why do you think that is like that? Like, people don't want to fight in Russia.
Oh, dude, it's like there's almost zero transparency there. The reputation that people talk of it, that's enough to put them off.
That's fucking crazy though.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah. Then you got the UCAT thing and all that stuff with the whole country as a whole with cheats. Yeah. Even Big Baby Miller, he ran.
Yeah, man.
Big Baby Miller was like, "No, I'm not going over there. Fuck that."
That was so funny when he said that.
And it was the best place for him to go because he was a drug cheat.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got caught.
They're going over there. They don't have the right hamburgers over there.
Oh, I want my cheeseburgers, and I want my fucking GH3 or whatever the fuck he took.
Yeah, I was talking to the guys at work that, like, they like to work out and stuff all the time, and I was talking to the guy, and these motherfuckers be on it. They be on it. They be if they be on everything that's right below steroids. One dude, he's taking the clenbuterol. Because I was wondering about, like, with some of my teammates, I'd be looking at them, I'd be like looking at their back, and I'd be like, yo, there's a lot of pimples back there. Hey man, you all right? That's what I said.
Yeah.
I just looked and said, hey man, you all right? That shit like it hurts. And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, I think it's my pads or something. I was like, look at my head. I was like, nah, motherfucker, that's steroids. I was like, you fucking juice addict, But people, you'll be surprised, like, what people do just for some gains in the gym, like, and people they don't get addicted to it. They get addicted to the results. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they feel when they walk around big, and the results of it. But a lot of those guys taking that stuff just to look good for women. Gives them confidence, helps them to get the mouthpiece going and stuff like that, because they know that women, a clam to them more if they had like a little bit of muscles. But Dillian Whyte, Alexander Povetkin, and all these guys, I don't know, man. I don't even know about taking some of these supplements, man. That's even good for you. You're not supposed to take them all year round. You got to flush your kidneys and your liver and all this shit, and just taking protein powder alone, like all jam packing your body with all this unnatural fucking shit of weighing of getting protein. It's just, to me. And then what's them drops that everybody using now? These drops comes like a little bottle with a little suction thing on top, and you open it up, and you're supposed to put a couple drops on your tongue or something like that. These motherfuckers, man, some fucking artificial muscle intelligence taking ass motherfuckers.
It's bad, man. It's a really bad thing. I'm telling you.
Just to sit back and listen to them talk about it, and this is like they talk about this shit like this shit like we talk about boxing, like, yeah, man, see, you got to take this, and then I don't see that's good to take, but I had better results off of this. You know what I'm saying? Because this one right here, it got this, and then it allows it to your blood cells to take it in better, and this and the third. I'd be like, fuck that. Fuck that.
It fucks your body up.
Just give me some fucking iron and a fucking squat rack and a bar to do some deadlifts, and fuck that. I don't know. That's the case. I'm going with Mr. Snack. He knows exactly what to take. Take that shit Barry Bonds was taking. That motherfucker blew up quick. But anyways, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna try to see if some unsuspecting fucking 2-bit hoe bring me some food.
Hey, man, it's been great, and we'll discuss, man, the fucking throughout the week this fight, man. I'm gonna be all fucking over it, but yeah, man, good to be on for sure.
Yeah, man, thanks, and I'm gonna try to get on, man, when you're talking about big tits, big titties.
Yeah, exactly, man.
All right, bro.
All right, I'll see you around.
Yay.
Peace.